What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Hope everybody is doing very well. We're back. We're back for another pre-season fixture, pre-season friendly number 4, and it's the final pre-season fixture on the Australian leg of the Manchester United 2022 pre-season tour. It's in Perth this time. The prior 2 fixtures have been in Melbourne against Melbourne Victory and Crystal Palace. 2 victories for Erik ten Hag to add to the victory in Bangkok as well. But now we're in Perth and we've got a game against Aston Villa at the Optus Stadium. What's interesting about this one as well, there's been a bit of a drama this morning, folks, because it's winter, of course, over there. It may be the height of summer here, and we're dealing with heat waves. But over there in Australia, there's been a lot of rain, and there were pitch inspections this morning going on to see what the situation was with the pitch, what it's saying. Erik ten Hag has said before the game, the pitch isn't great, but the game is going ahead, so don't you worry. We're going to be here. We're going to be talking you through it. Plus everything else, Manchester United, we'll be having a bit of chat. Marcel's got some surprises for me as well, so we're all good. Marcel, how are you feeling today? You excited? Another game?
Another game. You know, this time next month we'll be well into the season at that point. So just looking forward to another game. Hopefully we can win as well. Like you saying, you know, a little bit of speculation with the pitch.
Yeah.
I just found out that now, so a bit worried in terms of, you know, players being fit, injuries, that sort of thing. But I'm looking forward to this game today. Another win is what we want.
Another win is what we want indeed. There are 2 changes to the starting 11 that started the last game against Crystal Palace. And a couple of interesting ones, Marcel. So Terrell Malacia started his first game for Manchester United in the prior game. He is back out. He is back on the bench. Luke Shaw is replacing him. And there is no Scott McTominay. McTominay has a slight niggle. He's fine. I think he did do some gym work in Perth today. But he is replaced by Donny van der Beek, which is fascinating because that was the change that happened at halftime, the only change that happened at halftime in the last game. So the starting 11 is as follows. It's David De Gea in goal. Your defence is Diogo Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. We then have Fred and Donny van der Beek. In front of them, we have, of course, Jadon Sancho. We have Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. And then Anthony Martial, who, of course, has scored in every preseason fixture so far. It's going to be interesting to see if he can continue that. But the big one, Marcel, is Donny starts.
Yeah, finally. We've been talking about him being amongst the first team players. He changed the dynamic of the game in the last game where he started and when he came on, in that second half. Really good as well. And he's alongside Fred. I think this is good news. Luke Shaw obviously coming in as well. Opportunity for him to show why he'll be fighting or competing for that first team place. Really interesting. And Aston Villa have got a good side as well. They're playing a much stronger side. So this is going to be a good test. This is kind of an exciting game to be part of. I like being part of these games where it's raining, the pitch is not great. It's a good test of quality and character.
It is a test, certainly, today. I think that the Donny one probably, like I said, is the biggest part of that because, again, he did come on at halftime against Crystal Palace, and arguably that sort of 10, 15 minutes was the best football that United have probably played on the tour. We scored 2 really good goals. Donny got an assist for one of them. Yeah. So it's going to be a real opportunity for him to stake his claim. And like you say as well, that Crystal Palace side, whilst it was Premier League opposition, it was hardly Crystal Palace's strongest side. They had like 9 players not available for various reasons, not being able to travel, fitness, other issues. Yeah. This seems to be a relatively strong Aston Villa side. So you could argue, yes, obviously Liverpool was the tough test to start out the tour, but that was a Liverpool that played almost 3 different teams in that game and fitness in their first preseason game. This should be, especially with the conditions, one of, if not the toughest test so far. And would you say that Ten Hag is clearly getting closer to what he believes is his starting 11?
Yeah, that's a good question because, you know, in the last presser, he was obviously talking about being ready for the Premier League. And this side now, you know, with Scott McTominay out, Donny van der Beek in, with the current selection of players that he has, would look like maybe the best side. I mean, and he's getting the best test against these because Aston Villa have put out a really, really good side. I mean, you know, against Crystal Palace, I would have thought that would have been the best competition. But obviously, no Zaha, no Elise, players of that kind of ilk. But now against Aston Villa, you got the Ings out, Coutinho. It's going to be a real good test for our back four. I think the forward line have been very well, have played very well, and they look very fluid. You know, Ten Hag's, you know, said that they're weapons. You know, that the players out wide and the middle. So the real test is going to have to be our backline. You know, we need to see more them under duress, them under pressure, how they deal with certain situations, the counter attacks. We're going to see that today, and very, very impressed with what's happened in terms of how he's changed. These are the exact same players for the most part of last season, so looking forward to seeing how they change and how they grow as a team. This looks like the best kind of 11 that he could have picked. Obviously, you've still got Martinez to come in.
Eriksen.
And you've still got Eriksen as well, so more to come.
Absolutely. Ten Hag was asked if he is close to picking his favoured starting 11, and he said, quote, "I'm not talking about starting 11. We have to construct a squad, and from there we can pick the starting 11 to start the games depending on the opponent." So quite non-committal about that, as you would expect. Terrell Malacia, I suppose let's talk about him, because I thought he had a decent game in the last game. He contributed to one of the goals, the first goals, with his crossfield pass. Do you think it's quite a tight race now between Malacia and Luke Shaw?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think he will give Luke Shaw the go ahead in terms of, you know, he's understands the Premier League a lot better than Malacia so far as of now, and he'll have to work his way and prove that he's better than Luke Shaw at the moment. So it is a tight race. I think he did look like he was, you know, physically, he had a few niggles, I think, in the last game, Malacia. But let's see what Luke Shaw does. I mean, against Melbourne, I think, you know, he was at fault in part of the build-up for the counter-attack goal in that they score. But we'll see how he performs today.
We are just under half an hour away from kickoff. Kickoff's at 10:45 British summer time. Obviously, we have a global audience here. Let us know where you're watching from in the live chats, because I'm sure that will depend on the time. Depends on, of course, where you are. But it's in about half an hour's time. Don't worry, we've got you covered, and there's plenty to discuss before then. Super chat from Austin says, "Big test for sure here, more than others." Would you say that's the biggest test, or would you say Donny's got the biggest test today?
That's a good question as well. I mean, it's a great question in terms of a contribution. Adding to the team, I think the fundamentals has got to be the fullback position. So it's maybe a bigger test in the fullback area for Luke Shaw than Van der Beek. I mean, I think Donny will play well today. I genuinely think Donny would play well today. I'm not sure about Luke Shaw. I really think he might be one of those players that we potentially could be carrying next season, just because he hasn't got that dynamism to get up and down. So I think it's a big test for Luke Shaw. If he doesn't play well today, you know, he might not be starting at the beginning of the season.
And it's going to be interesting, I suppose, as well, that in these games, I mean, we saw it in the last game. Ten Hag made his subs in 60 minutes as opposed to changing everyone at 45. Yeah. We might see a game today whereby he does obviously make those subs, but even later on. So this group of players you would expect to be playing at least minimum 60, 65, possibly even longer. And as you mentioned, when it comes to the Shaw Malacia one, I think a lot of people assumed that Malacia was going to come in, just be back up to Luke Shaw. But I agree with you. I think it's a lot closer than that. I think Luke Shaw has got proper stiff competition. And if you look at the other side of the pitch, for Diogo Dalot and Aaron Ramsaka, there doesn't feel like there's much competition at all now. It definitely feels like Ten Hag's got his guy. I thought Dalot played well in the last game. We're actively looking for a right back as well. So, yeah, I think there's competition in that left back spot. I really do.
I mean, against Liverpool, you know, early signs, you know, the youth player that he was up against, Luke Shaw, roasted him twice. Counter-attack goal conceded, or had a part to play in it. Obviously, it's the team and the structure and the shape, but, you know, had a part to play in that one in the Melbourne game. I don't know. There's just little bits that maybe Ten Hag could be potentially looking at. I mean, and Malacia's been strong. He's made a good little impact. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's Luke Shaw and Rashford on the same side. Yeah, they have a good partnership. They you know, we're talking about partnerships in the fullback and wing areas. We've seen that develop with Dalot and Sancho. You know, and I know that Luke Shaw and Rashford have got a good partnership. So hopefully it bodes well for him today.
Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe button right hand corner. If you wish to join the UV Members Club, you can also do so by clicking the link in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat as well. You get your badges, you get your emojis. You can put your emojis in the chat right now. If you're already a UV MC, you can get your feeling emoji, your flex emoji, your KG emoji, coming soon a Marcel emoji, who knows, saying positivity, something like that. And you also get your exclusive members-only content as well. Victor with the super chat says, Shaw has to overlap. He's been reluctant lately. Have you seen less overlaps from Luke Shaw during these games?
100% agree with him. I mean, overlaps and underlaps, because Ten Hag likes that as well, with the fullbacks coming in and then trying to break lines. So coming in and adding bodies in the midfield area, and then even breaking on beyond the midfield line and going and trying to evolve themselves in the attacks and get in the box. So both sides he has to, but he has that kind of understanding with Rashford more than anyone, I believe. So hopefully it bodes well for him today. But 100% right, he needs to be doing more in terms of being energetic, adding energy to the team.
Let's get you fired up, Marcel. Let's get you talking about your favourite topic, which is David De Gea.
Yes.
Now, did you see the comments? Do you know what I'm going to go into now?
No, I don't. That's how you're shocking me right here.
Wow. So David De Gea was doing interviews yesterday.
Yeah.
I believe he did an interview with The Athletic.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought up the topic of distribution.
Wow, okay, they're smart, Athletic. Wow.
Yeah, they brought up the topic. And to be fair, they brought up the topic of distribution because I think people like yourself and others on social media have been talking about... Yeah, they just brought it up just because of Marcel.
Well, imagine.
Marcel said...
Marcel from United View said. Wow.
Though they obviously, there's been a lot of people talking about his distribution. So they asked him about it, and he had some interesting comments. So about the criticisms of his distribution suitability under Erik ten Hag, this is what David De Gea had to say. If you watch my games with the national team, or when we played with Sir Alex at the beginning, you could see it. I don't need to show anyone. I've been playing for many years. It continues. When it comes to building from the back, quote, obviously, with different managers, you have to adapt the way they want us to play. But I used to play like this in the national team for many years, so I'm comfortable. Marcel, what's your initial reaction to hearing that?
Wow, he's sounding a bit like Maguire, how they just...
How dare you? You can't compare him to Maguire or anything like that. It's not Harry Maguire coming out and saying, I don't look at results, I look at performances, and they're both rubbish.
No, but Maguire came out and said, because the manager's playing me, that, I must be doing something right. And it's clear that throughout that whole season, he wasn't doing anything right, or a few things, but he just didn't contribute enough that season, last season I'm talking about.
Is he wrong, though, where he's saying, I could just do distribution from the back. I did it in the national team. I suppose the counter-argument to that is you're not playing for the national team
anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm definitely in the camp now of give him this season, give him the benefit of the doubt, I'm just going to brush over that for now. But we will see throughout the season if
Don't
he's
brush over it. Don't say how you really feel.
No.
You're with friends here. Be honest with the audience.
It's nonsense then. That is nonsense.
What, that he can't do it?
Yeah, I mean, he's not... I don't believe that he will be able to do it this season, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, he makes a good point in terms of the managers. Other managers require him different things to do, and I definitely agree with him in that sense. So now he's been required to do this part of the game, and this is going to be his focus. Let's see if he can execute it, and hopefully, so far so good actually.
Yeah,
so far so good. He's been doing well so far now. So it's when you're under pressure in the 75,000 at Old Trafford. Can you do it then? Can you deliver it then?
Yeah.
Here now in the preseason, I'm expecting you to execute some things well and have all the mistakes in the world. Get them out now and practice it now. But to say that something about he doesn't need to speak to anyone else about it, or
well, he said I don't need to show anyone. I've been playing for years. But does he not need to prove himself to anyone?
Of course he has to.
He's been Man United goalkeeper for like over a decade.
See, they're trying to draw me out.
I'm not trying to draw you out, but again, if I suppose the fact that they asked him the question, he answered it, he backed himself.
Yeah.
Do you not rate that in himself? What's he supposed to say?
He has to.
I can't kick a ball for shit. I don't know why I'm still in goal for Manchester United. He would say, look, I've won the Premier League. I've won stuff.
He has to prove something to everyone. Bruno Fernandes had an interview just the other day, and he goes, and he was questioned about the interviewer said that he's come into the team and he changed the team, and he was like, no, it's not just me. We were in a bad period before. I've come in. We've changed the culture of the team, and we started performing well. He kept it very balanced. It wasn't just about him. He let everyone know that it's not just about him. He's contributing to the efforts of a team. It should be the exact same thing for De Gea there. He has to continuously prove that he has to contribute efforts to the team. And that's how I would see that kind of situation there. But it is what it is. He has one season. I hope that he does well this season because we're going to need him.
I think that line when he says, look, I don't need to show anyone, I think he's kind of saying, critics are critics. Who are they?
Fair enough.
And his reputation does speak for itself, right? In terms
Not
of
in that element
Manchester
of the
United,
game.
in terms of Manchester United, he's been a constant for a decade. How worse would it have been without him?
Again, the only reason why I understand is because the managers throughout this decade have required him to do certain things.
Yes.
That's the only reason why I'm saying, okay, no problem.
Say Jose, Ollie,
yeah.
These Van Gaal, they probably wanted a bit more of that.
Yeah.
And in fairness, I think Cam said several times the stats aren't really there to say that they were great. But I remember David De Gea making some unbelievable saves under Louis Van Gaal, especially his first season. I recall that vividly. And again, we can go back and forth on the primary function of a goalkeeper until we're blue in the face. It's not even worth it. It's too early in the morning for that. Yeah. But as you say, so far in this pre-season tour, under Erik ten Hag, I think we have seen positives when it comes to his distribution. I'm not going to sit here and say that he shouldn't have conceded against Palace. It was terrible. It was a really poor goalkeeping mistake. And if that happens in the season, I'm furious. And to be fair, I don't think actually a lot really got made of that. How bad a mistake that was.
True. You're right.
Bad.
But like I was saying, mistakes need to happen now. So I would even brush over that, even with the distribution thing. Throughout this preseason tour, yes, I've been nitpicking some of the long passes and that kind of thing, but it's been good. And when it's been good, I will say it's been good. And the mistakes need to happen now. So I don't even mind if he is making the mistakes, as long as he's making the effort and trying to do it what the manager wants. Then that's just going to help us. We've seen him come off the line to the point where he's injured himself, running around everywhere. So
he pulled a hamstring.
So there's positives, and that's what I want to focus on. Do I think he's got the ability to do it? If I'm, in my honest opinion, no. But let's give him the season and let him work.
Trey is the latest member of the United View Members Club. Welcome, Trey. Welcome. I saw an interesting comment here from Triple Zero, saying, "Move on. You guys just say the same negative stuff. We knew what his answer would be when you asked Owen. 5-0 versus Villa." I would say, and again, it's all about opinions, and it's all about people having different opinions. No one's ever going to agree on everything. Exactly. But I felt the reason to bring that up is, one, because of your strong opinions on De Gea, but he's been asked about it. It's been asked out, and I don't think people have asked him. I can't recall the last time anyone asked De Gea about his distribution or how that's a social media topic, but in terms of a legitimate interview, that's certainly I can recall one of the first times he was asked about it. He was also asked about his future. You're saying about giving him the season. I'm not finished. sorry, Triple O.
Yeah, Triple O. Come on. We have new people of the community.
I will double down with that kind of stuff. But he was asked, and this is again worth talking about. He was asked about his future. Because I believe he's got a year left? Something like that. David De Gea on possibly renewing his Manchester United contract. Quote, "I didn't talk with anyone yet, but of course, I would be really happy to be here as long as they want. I want to be here for more years." When asked if he wants to end his career at Manchester United, he said, "Yeah, it's possible, of course. If they let me stay here, I will stay here, for sure. I'm really comfortable, really happy, and hopefully before I leave, we can win something."
Really well paid as well.
To be fair, I was thinking that I would be happy.
Not the best. Not the best goalkeeper in the world. Paid as though you are, of course, very happy. Yeah. So I don't know. That's really interesting. Yeah, Triple O. We've never heard those kind of things before. So this is a really good thing to bring up. I mean, and there's new people part of the community, that kind of thing. They wouldn't know maybe my points of view on certain things. So 100%, I'm happy to hear this kind of thing again, and I'm glad that you brought it up. To be honest with you, Owen. But in terms of him saying he would like to stay at this club, I don't think he'll survive, unfortunately. Unless I see a drastic improvement in his game, I don't think he'll survive for the 3 or 4 years. He's got a long career left to go as a keeper.
I would say, look, if you're talking about signing another contract or anything like that, you would definitely then say, actually, another contract, it's got to be a pay rise, right?
Yeah, and that's what. Unless he takes a pay cut. That would be nice. I mean, we need to balance our books. The structure of how much players are getting paid is ridiculous at the moment, especially for what they've achieved. Even he's mentioned he would like to win something. We haven't been winning major honours. He was part of the last squad that did win the major honour. He's the only constant there, and that might show the Premier League. That shows something. Everything else has changed except for the goalkeeper.
Exactly. We are going to talk about the game in a second. A super chat from Treble Champ says, "All right, lads, what are you hoping to see from Erik ten Hag today, management-wise? Any Any loose ends he needs to sharpen before the other friendlies?
That's a really good question. Do you want to start with it, or shall I?
What am I looking to see from Erik ten Hag today, management-wise? Well, my hope would be that what we saw in that second half, and this is pretty much apart from Luke Shaw, in that second half, the opening 15 minutes, I want to see that over a more consistent basis now. I want to see that for 45 minutes at the very least. I would maybe, like we were saying earlier, like to see maybe more of Shaw involved in that. It is going to be tough, though, and this was going to be my next question before that super chat came in, of obviously we know the style of play that Ten Hag wants to play, but with the conditions as they are today, and again, we don't really know the condition of the pitch. Ten Hag saying the condition of the pitch is not good. The ball could possibly be holding up. It's maybe not completely optimal for possession-based football. How is that going to affect the game, do you think?
It could be a bit more frantic in terms of, physicality, players sliding in, challenges. The touch is going to be a bit heavy or a bit, wayward.
I love playing in those conditions.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I love playing in rain conditions. The game just feels a bit more frantic, a bit more energy and pace towards the game. You can be really committed in your challenges, really strong in your challenges. So it's going to be fun maybe to watch, but in terms of what happens on the pitch for the players, could be really difficult in terms of keeping your touch and all those things under control. In terms of what I'm looking for, it's all for me right now about the back line. How the defense is working, because I've seen very fluid forward play. I've seen young creative midfielders that potentially could get a chance in the team. I haven't seen a complete midfield, but I know kind of what it's going to be like. It's just that back line. We've got so many options in there in terms of Eric Bailly, Lindelof, Maguire potentially can be there. Varane still. So I'm really seeing who can he build a strong back four. That's so important in terms of being consistent and winning games in the Premier League. So we need a solid back four. I want to know how they're going to be able to build up that transition. He was talking about connectors in the last presser.
Yeah.
So I want to see that connector position and how that's working, because it's been well sometimes. We've got through, but the build up from the back line, we had a huge problem in the last game between Maguire and Lindelof. They were taking too long in terms of the passing combinations between them when we were on the halfway line. Do we always need a Fred to come in and drop into that midfield defensive line to start helping us, speed up the build up from the back? So I just want to see elements of that, really. The back line's important for me today.
That's the one thing I suppose we haven't really, we've come out of games in this preseason tour going front three, fluid, scoring goals, assists. Midfield, like you said, hit and miss, but there have been points where you go, that was decent. When Donny was on with Fred in that last game, you go, that wasn't too bad, that was decent. Yeah. I don't think we've come out of a game and say, that whole defensive display was really good. Exactly. We've said Eric Bailly played well, or we've said, Dalot played pretty well, but in terms of a defensive unit, we haven't gone, that was really, really good. I suppose maybe you could say in the first game against Liverpool, second half, it was backs against the wall and we did well, but you would single more out Eric Bailly for his performance in that game. So like you said, maybe today we will get that test. Maybe we will get that test of, this is a strong side. This is a Premier League side that's only a couple of weeks away from also having their first game of the season. They're closer to their peak fitness. Yeah. Let's see what they can do today, and hopefully we do see that. The issue is that you and I both know we also could be 10, 50 minutes in going, that defense.
I mean, they've conceded early goals. It's usually early goals that they've been conceding this tour. So, and that's so important for the Premier League. We're going to have a well-constructed side that we're playing against. Graham Potter is a fantastic manager. He's going to have a well-constructed side coming in that first game of the season, trying to create opportunities against us. He done that very well at Old Trafford last season. And he was unfortunate with the red card situation that happened for them. Otherwise, it would have been even more difficult game for us at Old Trafford. So I don't know. We have that defense, that back line has to be, very sturdy, very concentrated. And hopefully we can see signs of that. It's going to be a better test. I really was hoping that they would be able to get 1v1s. I wanted to see my fullbacks 1v1s against Crystal Palace. Wilfred Zaha, Elise, they're very creative wingers. Eze, these are creative players that will really test your back line. Hopefully we can get that today. Coutinho, Ings, these kind of players are very good. They cause problems for defenses. So I want to see a good defensive performance today.
Super chat from Genome says, I like to think Martial was saying that he is excited that United are now playing Ten Hag's system, which is similar in the style that he is to his preferred. Big up United view. Well, big up yourself. Appreciate the contribution as always. Martial has probably been the player on this pre-season tour that people are talking about. He's the standout. The reports out this week that Erik Ten Hag's been very impressed with him. Reports coming out that he's very sharp in training and he's very happy. United don't have any interest in selling him right now. That decision was already made prior to the tour, but I think it's certainly solidified now.
Yeah.
And he is going to be playing that first, if he's fit, that first game of the season against Brighton, irrespective of what happens with Cristiano Ronaldo, if and when he comes back into the fold. If he scores another goal today, and that's 4 in 4 for him, I know it's pre-season, but when do you have to start going, actually, you know what? He's looking really sharp. Like this could bleed over into the season.
I don't think we can do that at any point just because it's pre-season. I don't think we can do that at any point. I think we just have to take it for what it is, which is fantastic, well-constructed goals, fantastic performances, and we just have to look at it for what he's been contributing in that 45 minutes display. It's not even a full 90 usually. So we have to really start judging him once that ball's kicked at Old Trafford against Brighton, and against ready opposition. I mean, but he's been doing very well. Even though I'm saying that, he's been doing very well. I mean, there was a great decision by Ten Hag to keep him on, to give him the belief. I think he's a player that needs that kind of belief and that support system and that confidence from his manager. And we're seeing it's giving dividends right now. So hopefully more to come.
And we're not just talking about with Martial, we're not just talking about, he's scoring goals and getting assists. We're also talking about the work he's doing off the ball.
Yeah.
Like he's pressing the centre-backs or he's pressing the defenders from the front, which there's always been this narrative of Martial's lazy. As the United players walk out onto the pitch, it's the white kit again, Marcel. I like the white one.
Yeah, everyone's...
they walked out in the wrong way.
Yeah, they did. I like the red one. I prefer the red one. I don't know why.
This is a strange situation because we've got two teams both wearing their away kits.
Yeah, and it was and theirs is light blue. It's a little. It's not a colour clash, but it's a little.
Two light colours.
Yeah.
I like the white kit. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, everyone's saying that. I'm reading a lot that people prefer the white kit, but I like the red one. I think it's really nice.
Adisa with a super chat says, where do you see United finishing this season? How bold do you want to go, Marcel?
Yeah, I'm going to say...
I'll remember. Yeah. I'll clip it right now.
Yeah. It's anywhere from 6th to 4th, potentially 3rd. If one of them... If any of those teams fall off like they did last season, we'll be in there to
if we finish 6th, and this was my point... Even when we were rubbish last season, but we knew Ten Hag... No, I didn't, even before he was probably announced. And you get those people at the time that say, if we finish 6th next season, I'm happy with it, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, that's
and I agree, but I would also say then, is what I'm saying now, that's very easy to say. That is very easy to say a year in advance. I'd be happy with it, I'd be fine. Because if we finish 6th like we did this season, that implies that for a lot of the season, we're still going to be losing and we'll still be playing rubbish. And there'll be some results that are really, really bad.
Playing rubbish or just not being able to manifest what the manager wants on the pitch. I think you can still lose games and play well to a certain degree. He just doesn't have
but
the right...
But make no mistake, if we finish 6th, the pressure would be on him.
Yes.
Because it's still... Yeah. Even though we're in the mud and even though we're not what we used to be and even though we're not... Look, they've had to
patch it up and stuff. Yeah, that's...
That pitch does look bad.
Yeah, it does. It
really does look bad. But yeah, if we finish 6th, there'll be pressure on him. There's no way there won't be. I think he'd survive, and probably another manager of Manchester United probably wouldn't.
Yes.
But there would be pressure on him. Clearly, there would be pressure on him.
Yeah, but I feel like we're, as fans, and I don't want to speak for everyone, but I really do believe that as fans, we will come together and back this manager. We've seen good football that he can potentially bring, and once he's able to get his own signings, right now he's doing this with players that he's not signed. These not are his type of players. So once he can just get a foundation, he's got players that he's familiar with, then he'll be doing his scouting process or whatever to get better quality players on top of that. And I definitely believe the direction that we're going in now, we have to back this manager, this coach that's on the pitch, understanding certain things about the game, coaching the players, hands-on. I think, once we give him enough time to continue his work, he will get a lot better.
But make no mistake as well, everything can and will change. Remember going into last season, what people thought about last season, their predictions for last season? We thought we might be in a title race. People thought Chelsea were going to win the league because they signed Lukaku. People thought Arsenal were going to get relegated because they lost their first, was it 3 games? 2 games?
Yeah.
anything can and will change.
So then we could finish second. We could finish
Anything's
third.
possible.
I like the sound of that.
It's unlikely. It's very unlikely. But my point being is, like, you go into the season predicting one thing. People were saying last season that Liverpool were going to be rubbish, remember? Because the season prior, they just got fourth or whatever, or was it third? Yeah. And they sort of scraped through and they had the injuries. But people said, it doesn't matter. They're getting players back. They're still going to struggle. And clearly they didn't. Yeah. So anything's He's
possible. An unknown entity, Ten Hag, at the end of the day.
Everyone is. Everyone, really. The most known entities are people like City and Liverpool, who we're assuming are going to do well. But even them, City have had a turnover of players. Yes. Who's to say that Haaland's going to settle? Who's to say that any of their new signings are going to settle? Anything's possible. But the likelihood of them doing well, maybe they got 2 squads, and Liverpool have been extremely consistent under Klopp. I think it's a huge miss that they missed, that Mane's gone. But for us, in terms of Manchester, I think that will huge be a miss. But in terms of Manchester United Football Club, they're getting ready now with the. But in terms of Manchester United, it's fourth. It would be nice to see third or to sixth. That's where I think we'll finish. What about yourself? Where do you think we'll finish? I think we're aiming for fourth.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
I think fourth is possible. Yeah. Again, because I'm not going to get too overexcited about the other teams that have done business this summer. Yeah. I'm not.
Maguire captain.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to be positive. And I say I reckon we can do fourth. Yeah. Dependent on some of the business we're still yet to do in the window. That would be my only sort of caveat to that. But I still do think we can get fourth. It's going to be a real strong race. And I do think other clubs have improved, i.e. your Spurses and your Arsenals, and even West Ham. They're always one that looks like they're not doing any business, and they'll get a couple of players. They'll be there or thereabouts again. They'll be fighting. So, and Newcastle too. It's going to be a fascinating. And then there'll be this team we don't know that's coming. There's always one that surprises you, and you go, where did they come from?
Maybe Leicester, but
maybe Leicester. They had a terrible season, but they should be. The prior 2 seasons, they spent the most time in the top 4 and didn't even end up finishing there twice. Who's to say? Forest are splashing some money. Anything is possible. That's my point. Momentum is a crazy thing in football. A couple of super chats before the game kicks off. Chalaboy Comics says, Martial is an incredible baller. Always has been. Shaw, Sancho, Bruno, Ericsson, Van der Beek, all ballers. Eric Bailly too. I'm excited. And we're excited too.
Yes, we are.
Adisa says, I'm a Liverpool fan, by the way. I think you'll get third. Well, there you go. We do get that quite a lot here as well on the channel. People saying, I'm a fan of another club, but, just enjoy... Because we're all football fans at the end of the day. There can be a bit of tribalism and all that kind of stuff, but there'll be a bit of friendly back and forth, but it's just football, isn't it?
Yeah, we keep it respectful and fun and entertaining, and we respect other fans. So, but I do feel like, they're still positioned us below them, which is kind of true at the moment, but hopefully we get fourth or third. That would be nice. That would be great for Ten Hag and adding belief to the squad.
Well, next summer would make it massive. Some of the people we're interested in. Put it this way, I don't even know if we're going to get Jude Bellingham. If we're not in the top 4, definitely not happening. Even if we are, I'd say we're not the favourites for him. So whoever gets him...
So my thing is, at some stage, we're either going to get Declan Rice or Jude Bellingham. At some stage, under the Ten Hag era, at some stage.
But again, this season with Ten Hag then, not only is it about success in terms of results on the pitch, but he has to almost convince these players. He has to make enough people be talking about United, they play really good stuff. I want to go there. I want to play for Ten Hag.
Who would you pick? Declan Rice or Jude Bellingham? If you had the choice.
Bellingham any day.
Every day. You just said that like that.
It's not even close. Fair enough. We're nearly up kickoff. They've got the countdown there. You got to count it down, Marcel?
3, 2, 1.
There you go. We're off. They're doing the knee. They're doing the knee. That pitch does look bad, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it really does look rough. It really does. And we're off. There we go. That's a bit of an anticlimactic countdown, isn't it?
Because of the knee.
It wrong.
Yeah, because of the knee.
But we are off. It's Manchester United versus Aston Villa. As I mentioned, both clubs playing in their away kit. Manchester United in the white away kit. Aston Villa in their, what would you call that, sky blue?
Yeah, sky blue.
Away kit. The reverse of their crest. It's gone out for a throw-in immediately. Dallo. Philippe Coutinho. What a crazy signing that is.
Gerrard trusts him. And they've made good business. They've got Watkins. They've got, is it Bailey from Jamaican International?
Oh, yeah, and they've obviously got Kamara, who we were linked with in January. They got him? Yeah, on a free transfer.
So that's good to see how he plays today.
Exactly. United definitely be impressed. No doubt about that. Be impressed very quickly. De Gea rolls the ball out to Luke Shaw.
Look how bobbly that is. But he's
I
out
was gonna
early.
say
David Hale was out early.
Particularly that corner that Bruno's just gone in there. Oh, my goodness. Look at where they are now. That third of the pitch is Bruno. Nice little interchange by Martial. But the ball just ran away. The ball just ran away. Yeah, that part of the pitch there where United are attacking into in this half is not ideal. But look, you have to get on with it. Both teams are playing on the same pitch. That was a nice little interchange there by Shaw and Martial.
Martial's creating right now.
They're bopping it around quite nicely, actually, United so far. Good intensity from the start here, and it's out for a
that's what you get though. When it's raining or the pitch is a bit boggy and a bit heavy, you know you got to step and I don't know. It just feels different. The game. I love playing in these kind of conditions.
But I mean, you've probably been the same. Played on some Sunday league pitches, right?
Shocking. Yeah.
You know, when you turn up and you go, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, and you think it's bad in the middle of the pitch, or you're on the wing, right?
Yeah.
So you're going up and down. Try standing in those goal mouths. They are brutal. On a Sunday league pitch, you've seen them.
Yeah.
Big puddle.
All
mud.
Waterlogged.
The worst is when they try and put sawdust in there. And it's not even that much. They put a tiny bit. I've been in one goal mouth before. It was just water.
Yeah.
And there was like one drop of sawdust. Because that's helping. Oh, yeah, it's really soaked that all up, hasn't it?
Don't they have the shovel to start throwing the water over the sides of the goal?
Ridiculous. Here's Villa on the counter-attack down United's right-hand side. Ball into the box. It was a switch, actually. I think that's Watkins. Headed back across goal.
What do you think of McGinn, just in general as a footballer?
We were linked with him. That's never a penalty.
It's not a penalty,
They're claiming for a penalty, Aston Villa. It's not. United now looking to counter-attack.
Martial.
What a set. Play is good,
what a set.
Martial, he's just sharp.
I don't want to say it too early, but there was a player that is basically the best player in the world last season, and just gives me that. Martial's giving me that same vibe in terms of his link up and understand his maturity of his game. It's definitely not Benzema level.
Who are you referring to?
Benzema.
Oh right,
his link up.
You're saying 3 minutes into this preseason friendly that Martial. Look at that bobble.
Yeah, well, great touch by Rashford.
He's managed to use it to his advantage there, Rashford. But a couple of times already. To your point, we're 3 minutes in. There's been a couple of nice link-up plays by Martial. I think his work with his back to goal is quite underrated, actually.
Good. I'm not saying it's Benzema level. Benzema's just too clean. Everything's so well thought out. There's very little mistakes. But it just gives me that feel. I can fizz the ball into Martial, and I know he knows his next pass already, or something's going to be very neat, and he'll distribute elsewhere. And that's what you get with Benzema, but just at a much higher level, plus the goals, plus everything else.
That part of the pitch there, you can just tell they're trying to do this possession stuff.
It's good combinations between Shaw and
combinations, but it's tough to do.
Yeah.
Because that ball is not sticking at all.
Yeah.
Super chat from Red Baron says, I hate Aston Villa now. It's like playing another Liverpool. It's not fair. Liverpool fans can get a buzz out of this if they win. It is... I suppose, I don't know. Clearly, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I would think if you were a Liverpool fan, you kind of like Villa becomes somewhat of your second team, right?
Yeah.
Gerrard's the manager. Yeah. For instance, when they were playing City on the last day, they were kind of hoping he would do that.
Yeah.
Classic Steven Gerrard slipped up at the final hurdle, but this time wasn't even for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Imagine that, bottling a Premier League by slipping over, and then bottling another Premier League for Liverpool by going 2-0 up and still losing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Here's Bruno Fernandes down United's left-hand side. He's going to go out for a corner. Already quite a lot down the left-hand side, Marcel.
Yeah, Sancho not really coming to it that much, but it's early starts.
High tempo, though, isn't it?
Very high tempo.
Is a replay of Shaw. They might have to do that quite a bit, that ball over the top. It's not ideal, and I'm sure Ten Hag in an ideal world would not want to be looking at those balls over the top, but given the conditions, that might be what they have to. Bruno with a corner, back post. Oh, and gone out for another one. He was a bit free there, Sancho. It does look quite windy as well. I think the wind got that. You can see the flags on the side of the pitch. Here's the reverse of it. Yeah, he was free, back post.
He should have maybe gone for a shot.
Maybe. And just the thing is, I'm just so conditioned at this point with United with corners to hold no hope.
Yeah.
I just expect nothing to happen
Yeah.
when it comes to it. Here's Luke Shaw on the other side with this corner. Puts the ball in. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. It's a Harry Maguire header. And again, you notice the wind picks it up, so the Villa players get nowhere near it. Maguire heads it. I mean, it's a decent save from the keeper. Here's another look at it. Ball whipped in. Maguire gets behind his man, which I think was Kamara. It's a decent save. He should make that save.
Yeah.
He can be one for the dramatics. Martinez goal. I rate it. I enjoy the dramatics. Another ball in, this time Martinez collects. But imagine Maguire scoring from a corner.
We needed that. I mean, he only scored, I think, one of those, and that was against Leeds last season.
And that was a terrible goal as well. That was awful defending. I remember that. And the conditions were really bad that
game. Yeah, they were. Scott McTominay's game, that kind of game.
Oh yeah, exactly. So, I bet he's furious. He's not playing today. I bet he's like, this is my game.
Yeah. So I mean, Maguire needs to score a lot more headers.
Nice play once again. Fred to Donny to Bruno, Rashford down the left hand side once again. Everything's down that left hand side at the moment.
Yeah. They got good combinations, Shaw and Rashford. So
because they've played together for a while, haven't they? They've got that experience of them playing with each other. I was just thinking as well, actually. You think how muddy this pitch is going to get, and they decided to wear white. Maybe it's an advert for Persil or something like that. Remember those adverts?
Yeah.
Oh, mud stains.
Stains, yeah.
And
it will show different types of stains.
Exactly, grass stains and blood stains. You go, what's going on?
Yeah.
How did it turn from mud to grass to blood?
That's crazy.
That's like an aggressive, I don't know, tennis match, isn't it? My goodness. But it's a throw into Aston Villa here. But I think opening 7 minutes, United have played some decent stuff.
Yeah, we're more on the front foot for sure, compared to the two. Haven't really seen much of Donny yet. Bruno's been trying to be active. Shaw's there.
Bit of space for Villa here. Danny Ings was able to turn. I think this is Coutinho. Good tackle. Fred gets the ball. That's proper midfield work, that is.
Yeah.
And the ball's gone out for front.
Yeah, I think who's that?
Ruined it.
Yeah,
ruined it. If I was Fred, I'd be furious.
Yeah.
That was a great tackle by Fred. That's one of those ones. There's an art to tackling sometimes. Win the ball, get up, distribute it, and then someone kicks it out with a terrible pass. Who was it? Whose pass was that?
I don't know. I actually don't know. But that's what Fred's been made to do in this team, you know. It's especially this 11 right now. He's here to break up play, add energy, get out to players quickly, try and stop and nullify Coutinho in the 10 position.
Here's Cash, manages to lose Rashford. Not far.
What do you think of Matty Cash? What do you think of him? We was talking about right backs.
I recall
Tariq,
watching him
Matty.
play a game for Dagenham and Redbridge years ago. He was on loan there I think it was from Forest. And and he was definitely a class above them.
Yeah.
And but I'm not sure he was playing at right back at the time. I think he might have been like a winger or something. They always end up getting moved backwards, don't they?
Yeah.
But I think he's done well for himself. He's a Polish international now.
Okay.
Decent player. Good for him.
Yeah.
I think decent Premier League defender. I'm not sure how many more levels he could go up, maybe.
Caused us the problem at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Talking about Martinez and his theatricals, we missed a penalty. Bruno missed a penalty in that game last season.
Yeah.
Against Villa. And then we was talking about 2-0 ups and Gerrard, we was 2-0 up away from home against Aston Villa last season.
Bottled it, didn't we?
Bottled it. Yeah.
Ball attempted over the top by Shaw. Rashford tried to chase it down, didn't really get there. Game's got a little bit scrappy in the last 5 minutes or so. Again, I think they're playing into the conditions a little bit.
I like that. It's now, we want to see how the players are under duress. The tackle, the touch, all these kind of things might be a little bit off. Competition.
Well, and also, you said you wanted to see a lot of Luke Shaw. We're seeing a lot of him.
We are.
In the opening 10 minutes, he's probably had the most touches out of anyone.
Yeah, we are.
Down the left-hand side, there's another throw-in for Villa. Comes off Luke Shaw. It's just funny because all of it's coming down the left-hand side, and that's the worst side of the pitch in terms of the conditions.
Yeah. They're playing like they're playing like a central system. Like they're not playing with any wingers.
They're playing with a diamond.
Yeah, they're in a diamond. Yeah,
they're playing a diamond. So obviously,
Shaw gets more onus to maybe go higher up that way.
Maybe. Or they've won it back here. Here's Sancho. He's got options to him. He's got Martial. He's going to go alone. He has the shots. They saved by the goalkeeper. Nearly tapped in.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Good decision. I mean, everyone was flat in line with him, so
I was expecting him to shift it, but you know what? Take it on yourself.
Yeah, take it on.
He's definitely confident. Here's Sancho, who's been a bit quiet actually so far. It was an opportunity. It's another save by Martinez, second of the game. Fred, another good tackle.
Breaking it up.
He's loving the conditions, Fred.
Breaking it up.
Exactly. I like that. But that's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, that's a decent start. We're going to see the tackle here by Bruno on, I think that's Kamara. He's holding his shoulder. And it's just the break. Sancho had the options around him, went alone.
Yeah. Could have been a bit better.
Again, comfortable. To be fair, you would have said the goalkeeper should save it. Martial's a bit unlucky because it does just sort of
holds up
back
a little bit in the grass.
Yeah. Maybe that's what Sancho is thinking when he has the shot. Is he's thinking, look, conditions. If I get it on target, keeper, what's going to happen with him? So as Villa try and now play it out from the back. Is United's press going to be on? Not really.
No. Shaw needs to
And
get out a
same
bit
side
quicker.
again. I tell you what, if they score from this, it's the exact same goal against Melbourne.
Oh, what? Shaw's there.
Shaw manages to win it back. But you notice that again, sort of half-hearted press from the front.
Yeah.
Ball just a couple of passes down the United's left-hand side, and they were nearly in.
It's
A couple of times that.
Shaw just needs to get out to his man a lot quicker and look like he wants to really hit the player. You know, it forced that decision for him to make a bad pass or hit the player.
Yeah.
But but he came back. He recovered. He recovered and made a tackle.
Villa have the ball here. Super chat from Red Baron says, this game would be cancelled if it was a professional game. Mark my words, this pitch is horrible.
Yeah, he's right, Red Baron. You're
I
right.
think Shaw goes in for a tackle there. It gets
dangerous.
the ball. It did look clumsy, but this is look, you play into the conditions. Here's Rashford once again, left-hand side.
That's a foul. Yes.
Yeah, it's getting a bit...
It is.
A little bit nasty.
Yeah, it is.
Getting a little bit nasty because there is always going to be that person or people in a game like this with these conditions that throws in a tackle. They're not necessarily late. Like, Shaw does get the ball there, but his studs were up, and people will then start going, it's a friendly, what you're doing. And it kicks off a little bit. It kicked off against Palace for that kind of reason. It wasn't even these kind of conditions.
It did.
He's dishing out yellow cards to referee as well.
I think it's for the challenges. Yeah, see? Players are complaining.
12 minutes into a friendly, and we're getting...
still on the floor.
Danny Ings is down on the floor. Referee still got the yellow card in his hand. I'm not sure who he's particularly given it for, or to. But getting a little bit nasty.
Yeah.
I don't mind it having a bit of an edge to it as long as no one gets hurt. It is a pre-season friendly after all.
Honestly, as soon as you see the conditions, you know that's the kind of game it's going to be. You know, people are it just encourages you more to be a little bit more committed to the challenge because you can really get there.
Yeah, I mean, but those kind of tackles are going to happen.
Yeah.
When you've got those kind of conditions. But not bad. Have a bit of edge. Hopefully, it builds up the tempo a little bit.
I don't know if Coutinho said something and that's why he's booked or...
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think it's him anyway. I'm waiting for the...
Yeah, we're waiting for the confirmation to see who indeed get the yellow. I think David Lee, big up the mods, is saying that it was yellow for Ings.
It was yellow for Ings.
Here's Bruno, though, over the free kick. Tries the ball over the top to Martial, or does eventually nearly get to Martial, surrounded
Tried to
by
do
sky blue shirts.
Tried to recreate Man City?
The Man City one. Slightly similar. But you can just see when they're just trying to even do a simple pass of like 10, 15 yards.
Just
just
holding up. Yeah.
like that. Like even that pass to Sancho.
No.
Like this game will test your touch.
Yep.
Because like it will bounce up and come up to like shin height to you.
It's very good. It's good. It's a good...
It's a test. And obviously, like I said, both teams have to play the same condition. Martial with a little flick. That didn't work, that one. He's looking at the ground.
Yeah, and his boots.
And maybe that's what we're just going to see now for this game. It's an attempt by United to play the Ten Hag style, but it's just going to get a bit scrappy. They're maybe going to have to look to some lucky breaks. If you're Ten Hag, what do you say to the players at this stage with the pitch as it is? You say, look, just keep trying to play it. You know, the bounces hopefully will come up for us. Stick to the principles.
Yeah.
Or do you say maybe we need to adopt or adapt the play?
Nah, just keep with our principles. That's what they would have been working on. Again, the build up. You know, when there's moments to create opportunities and spaces, can we just stick with that? That's good movement by Bruno.
Here's a bit of a break by United.
That's a good
Bruno
pass
to
by
Rashford.
Bruno.
Slightly in behind. There's only Martial really in the box. There might be some runners now. Here they are. Rashford. That's a bit wasteful. There was chances there. Fred manages to recycle the ball back to Maguire, who steps out a little bit, gives it to Luke Shaw. Nice little pass to Bruno. Sort of slick pitch. This would look really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's Shaw, and Villa seem to be a bit back in position.
No.
Not a ton of height in the box, really, is there?
No.
And even look now. It's only Martial's in there. So you can clearly see under previous managers, maybe the philosophy would have been get the ball into the box, get it into the box. You can clearly see under Ten Hag, it's no, we are going to play it around the edge and find the gap wherever it may be, even if that means us recycling it, going back, starting again.
Yeah. We haven't got like proficient people that are like world-class headers of the ball, or no one strikes me as that on the team.
Coutinho did get a booking.
Yeah, okay.
As well.
I think he must have said something.
Possibly, yeah. Ball switch to Shaw. Time on the ball. Decent touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still certainly trying. Bruno. That's
what
a waste.
is that?
So
Bruno?
that's a Bruno pass where if you're Ten Hag,
Okay, this
even he looks confused as to like
what was
he's
trying to
looking around
create?
going, I didn't even know what he was attempting.
Yeah.
You try and look at it.
See, look,
It was close to being nasty. You know,
if you catch him correctly,
luckily he got the ball,
yeah.
and I think that's what McGinn is kind of saying. Like, yeah, I mean, friendly studs are up slightly there. I can see why they'd be annoyed with that.
You have to be. I mean, the way he could hit his ankle in a certain way, that's it. You're out.
Well, there, because he completely overhit that.
Yeah,
his touch was so
sorry.
heavy.
He's saying sorry already.
Yeah, his touch was so heavy, but he manages to get away with it. But again, that's not bad. A little bit of edge to the game. I'm all for it. Did you hear in the last game? Of course, we didn't hear it because we've got no sound. But did you hear Ten Hag's with? It's been disputed whether it was De Gea or Charlie Savage about the what the F are you doing? Did you hear that?
No. He said that to somebody.
Yeah. So the piece of play was it went back to De Gea and De Gea went long.
Yeah.
And it sounds like him saying, David, what the F are you doing? But some people have said it sounds like Charlie. Or Martial might be in. I thought he might be offside.
Oh, Martial, that's brilliant.
Puts it back to Bruno. Oh, he was offside. I thought he was off.
Okay.
I thought he was off.
But to get into that space and still find somebody into the space to get the shot off, still good.
He looked just behind the shoulder. We might see it again here. Picks the right defender. It was onside. It was clearly onside.
That's poor refereeing.
Yeah, poor linesman. And he did it early as well. Yeah. I suppose they've got no VAR, so they can't wait. But in the Premier League, that's where they would just say, wait, don't put the flag up. It's not even tight. But Bruno, that was a shambles.
Yeah, he's got a bag. He's got on the frame at least, on target.
Yeah, but in the last game, De Gea does the kick, and it sounded like he went, David, what the F are you doing? But then some people said, no, it sounds like he's saying... is it Charlie or Savage? What the F are you doing?
Wow.
And it's one of those ones which when you hear someone goes, no, it's David, and then you watch it back, it sounds like David. But when they go, don't
say that.
But when they go, oh, it's Savage.
It sounds like don't say that.
So I couldn't tell you who it was.
I'm just about to ask you.
It makes sense that it would be De Gea because he just kicked the ball. But he's also quite close to Savage, so it would make sense for him speaking to Savage.
No, don't do this. Who do you think it is? Who do you think it was?
When I first heard it, I thought it was David. But then when someone said it was Savage, I went, well, it does sound like it.
I don't want to comment on it because people say have an agenda. If I say, oh, see, look, this, so I don't want to say
I don't know.
I don't say anything on it. I'm going to have a listen to myself and make a judgment on that.
Your own,
but that's very interesting.
But you're already going into it now knowing who you think it might be. So your brain will be switched.
Oh, that was a bad foul as well. Bad challenge on Martial from McGinn. Look at this.
Here we go. Just seeing the replay.
Oh,
there's no need. There's no need. Just goes in behind to Martial. Nowhere near the ball. Just goes through the back of the player. Unnecessary. I'm not even sure what he's attempting to do because the ball is not there for you to swing your leg at. That is just a little bit of, okay, you want to try and kick us, we'll kick you back a little bit.
McGinn's got that in him.
What did you think about when we were linked with him in January?
I was interested.
He's older than you think, though.
Is it?
He's like 27.
Is it? I thought he was like 23, 24.
Yeah.
I was interested because he's got the kind of character that you need in terms of, I think he's got a well-rounded game.
He's 28 in October.
Wow, okay. That puts down my estimation a little bit then because I thought he was 23, 24.
Yeah.
And he had potential to grow and be a better player. But his game is quite good. I think his game's all right.
Attempted ball over the top to Martial.
Just not the level that we need now. And now that we've got Ten Hag in, you can't consider that kind of player.
He felt like almost a Ralph player of he'll run a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imagine, think of the multiverse. There's a universe out there where Ralph's the full-time manager.
Yeah.
There's a universe out there where Ralph came in and we were playing Gegenpress and football.
Yeah. Well, you've got Kamara in that team as well, most probably.
Yeah.
And
Zakaria.
Yeah.
All of those people.
I'm there with you. I'm there.
In that multiverse somewhere. It's out there.
Whole different United view.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It feels like a lifetime ago already. Here's Maguire, switches it out to Sancho. Again, been quite quiet. There hasn't been a lot from Sancho and Dalot on the right-hand side in this game. And again, that's the better side of the pitch.
Yeah. That's a good pass. Oh, Bruno.
Bruno's trying those wacky passes. That's a free kick to United. He left a little bit on Bruno.
He did.
But he's trying those...
first time.
He's doing those Brunoisms, isn't he?
Yes.
First time, big passes, big flicks. where you would just say
he wants to bypass the certain other elements. Yeah, that's a foul.
Gets
People complain about those kind of things where he's on the floor a lot. He gets hit, man. He's putting himself where he gets hurt, man. Puts his body in front of the ball a lot of the time.
But there is certainly a correlation between him attempting a wild pass, it not coming off, and then suddenly he goes down 2 seconds later.
I don't think so.
There is a correlation.
I don't think so.
That happens a lot with Bruno.
I don't think so.
He mishits a pass, or his first touch is heavy, someone tackles him, and then he goes down. You go, no, you miscontrolled the ball.
I don't think so. I disagree.
That happens.
I disagree.
But Bruno's going to be standing over the free kick here. So you would just think if you're Ten Hag, you would just say, keep playing it short. Ball into the box. Bruno heads it back, or nearly to Martial. That was a well-worked free kick.
Yeah.
And it's gone all the way back to United. Here's Dalot.
You haven't seen enough of Dalot.
We haven't seen a lot of Dalot in this game so far, though. Just that right-hand side in general, we haven't seen a lot of, really, have we?
No, we haven't. And Bruno's been coming a lot to the left. Is this a 2-8 system? With Fred there and as the 6? Is this a 2-8 now instead of the 2 6s? Haven't seen Donny. Donny's chasing down the ball now. Haven't seen Donny at all.
Yeah.
And really thought he would be able to, make an effect on the team at the moment. But
well, Bruno's playing the 10 role that he played under Solskjaer, whereby he's a 10, but he's all over the pitch. I mean, look at some of the positions he's taken up. He's been on that left-hand side quite a lot. It hasn't been on the right-hand side just because a lot of the game hasn't come through really the right-hand side. But and this is what we were saying before, that's the difference between him and Donny, is that Bruno will stamp his authority on the game. He will go and grab the ball whether you like it or not. Yeah. Donny will make runs, and if you don't do the pass, that's it. Here's Watkins, cuts it back, bounces around. I think it bounced off Donny into De Gea in the end.
Yeah.
But rolls it out to Dalot. Here's see if United are going to attempt a counter-attack. Here is Dalot on the right-hand side. Not a ton of options, it must be said. Game's been an interesting one. Started off really sharp, doing the Ten Hag ball. Then it got really scrappy, and now it's slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we're just trying to look for the build-up, and we're looking at it now, the back line. Just a bit... There's a high press. There's quite a high medium press from Aston Villa, and we're just a bit tentative in terms of, are we sure we can make that pass? Is that pass the correct pass? Well, they are working.
We're dominating possession, though. 63% possession to Villa's 37. We've done nearly 140 passes. Passing accuracy of 83%, which I guess on this pitch isn't horrendous.
Yeah.
Here's Donny. There's actually a move down the right-hand side for once. Sancho. Dalot. It's quite tight over there.
It is.
And goes out for United throw-in. And this is going to be quite in keeping, I think, with quite a few games for United this season. We could be seeing games like this where we have a lot of the ball frustrated. Clearly Villa, you would say, are playing on the counter-attack, trying to break, especially with their system. They're also, I guess, flooding the midfield because they've essentially got 4 central midfield kind of players. Their width comes from their fullbacks. Good pass that. Here's Martial, turns. Bruno, Rashford might be on. Gives it to Rashford. Overlap is on from Shaw. Is he going to cut it back?
Here it is.
What a goal that is. That was a goal. 1-0. Jadon Sancho scores once again in the pre-season tour. And what a goal that is.
Beautiful,
Marcel,
beautiful
that
goal.
Is proper football.
Proper football. I mean,
you could see it. It was simple as well. Very simple football, training ground stuff. There are patterns of play that you see on the training pitch.
This is very good, man. I mean, he had to deliver Martial in the tight area. Bruno has to deliver that pass to Rashford. And then Rashford's just doing it simple. He doesn't want to do the 1v1, does the overlap. That's why Luke Shaw's decided to come. We had a contribution. Talking about
saying, do the overlap.
Yeah. 100% right. And it creates a goal here. And
to be fair, Sancho does really well. That is not an easy finish.
He nutmegs him as well,
Exactly. The ball is at about hip height.
Yeah.
He does a volley. Again, overlap by Shaw, cuts it back. Jadon Sancho still has a lot to do. And who started that as well? Anthony Martial. Back to goal, links up to Bruno.
You could say David De Gea started it.
Yeah,
we've reset the play. We've got recycled it, and he's come a little bit off his out the box to start that. Then the passing combinations have happened. I think it's really clever, and that's what's really good about it. Once you play it back to the goalkeeper, the other team push up, and it resets the space in behind them, and then you'll have a new opportunity to create the space or work away an opportunity in behind the team. So. That's what's happened there.
25 minutes gone. Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. That is honestly the most training ground goal you'll see. They do those kind of patterns of play literally Fire into the striker who's come a little bit deep. Give it to your number 10. Gives it to the wide player. Overlap. Cut back. The other wide player's in the box. Volley. Goal. And the keeper just has to stand there because he can do nothing about it.
Yeah. No, 100%.
That's a proper goal.
Yes. I'm very happy to see that. And it's been a bit tentative so far, but there's definitely positives in that. We haven't seen the back four worked enough at the moment, but
I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
You know, if they're not going to work us, if we're going to dominate the ball, if we're going to dominate possession, I'm fine with it. And again, with that goal as well, simple passing with a little bit of tempo, they can't get near you. Every player took how many touches? Maximum 2?
Yeah.
2 touches max. Keep the ball moving quick. The tempo was quick. Even on a difficult pitch, even with the conditions, you can still score goals like that. That's a proper goal. And that was similar to the goals in the second half that we scored in the last game, where the ball pretty much stayed on the floor all of the time. It was intricate passing. It was quick passing. That's Ten Hag football right there.
Yes, looking
That's
forward
exciting.
to it. Looking forward to it, exactly that, Owen. I'm looking forward to it because that's another good pass. David De Gea on the ball now.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Marcel. Pressure.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Shaw's done well because it was a difficult pass.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't perfect.
But here's the pressure from Lindelof. This is where Ten Hag was saying Bruno does a dummy. Who to? Foul. Does wow.
Yeah.
Does wow. I take that. That's a difficult situation. You've managed to play yourself out of it. Those are the pressure moments that you or I, let's face it, if we're playing that game, I'm shitting myself.
Yeah.
I'm putting my foot through that ball every day of the week.
It's clear,
which Ten Hag doesn't want. He wants us to play out of those situations, and we did.
Clever play by Bruno, just letting the ball run.
Yeah.
And then obviously...
I tell you what, if you're the Villa manager, if you're Gerrard and you see Cash do that foul there, you'd be furious.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that foul?
They're still
so
under
unnecessary.
pressure. Yeah, they're still under pressure at that moment, especially Rashford. So, and you've got numbers up there for your press. There's no need to make those fouls.
It's a Villa throw-in. Super chat from Treble Champ says, players are having quietly great games, Marcus and Harry. Do you think Rashford and Maguire have had good games? I think Maguire's probably difficult to say.
Yes,
Hasn't
exactly.
had a ton to do.
So far I haven't seen enough from him. Good little passing combinations when he has to, and they've been patient as well. Because sometimes I'm thinking, you can maybe go forward here, but it's been patient from them. And then who else was that? Marcus Rashford. Consistent performance right now. Making the right decisions majority of the time. There was a time when he delivered the poor cross and was a bit wasteful.
But he was part of that goal. He waited for it. Clearly, he got the call from Shaw. Yeah. Or even if he didn't, he knew that's where Shaw was going to be. That sort of telepathic communication of Shaw should be arriving anytime soon because that's what we've been working on.
Yeah, that's
delivered the simple pass.
That's a feature of their game, You see a lot of times. Sometimes Shaw will hold the ball and play in Rashford, or Rashford will hold the ball, wait for that overlap from Luke Shaw, and then Luke Shaw gets played in. So they've been doing that a lot.
Shout out to the super chat earlier on. It was from Victor saying, and this was right at the beginning of the stream, and I quote, Shaw has to overlap. He's been reluctant lately.
Yes.
Victor is a genius.
He
called it. Premonition.
Yeah. Shout out to Victor, and then that got us talking about overlaps, underlaps, and then before you know it, we score a very good goal based on that Luke Shaw overlap.
Exactly. Over 600 people watching. Be sure to smash a like on the like button.
How many likes do you have?
I will tell you, Marcel. These are the kind of
these
stats
are important
I can
things.
give you.
Yeah, these are important
Only
things.
221
out of 600.
Yeah.
We should be looking for like a half ratio every single time.
Yes.
Minimum.
Well, I say, why not everyone? Why can't everyone click the like button?
Then
everyone can do it now.
Yeah. Click the like button
now.
Right now. As soon as you come into the streams, the like button should be clicked. Really.
Yeah.
Should we just
depending on how you're watching
sit down,
it.
have a cup of tea
if you're watching it on the
phone,
app, maybe you have it sideways. You can just click it, go back, then go back.
Yeah,
you're watching it on your desktop. It's even easier. You can just scroll down.
Yeah.
In fairness, if you're watching it on the TV, a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
That's a little bit difficult. I'll let you off. And to be fair, I know a lot of you do watch it on the TV. We get the screenshots on social media. Yeah, I've got that as well. I'm watching United View in the morning.
Yeah, on Twitter.
If you're watching on the TV now, tag us on Twitter at United View, at Marcel11 or 10, at Mr. Owen MUFC, with the picture of us on the screen. It's always wild.
Yeah, I get a few of those pictures. Nice screens and that. And with us on there, it's crazy, man.
Ball whipped into the box for Aston Villa. Players were claiming for a handball, I believe Danny Ings, but it's not given. Villa having a little bit of pressure here. Haven't seen that much of Kamara, have we? Apart from when he was on the floor a bit. Ball whipped into the box. Bounced all the way to Cash.
Rashford coming back to
And
work.
United deal with it quite well.
Yeah,
But once again, it's back post,
Yeah.
fullbacks, 2v1s. It's a classic sort of symptom of
Scenario,
Manchester United.
Yeah, that's what I've really been wanting to look forward to. I really want to see, how they deal with problems that team's going to bring in the wide area. Bruno tried to switch the ball here.
Bruno switched to Dalot, headed back. I was a bit nervous for a second.
It did look a bit nervy.
It wasn't short, but the pitch holds it up a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're Watkins, gamble on it. Remember when we were linked with Watkins as well?
Yeah, what do you think of Watkins?
Not for United.
Not for United. Bench player at best, maybe. There's a little bit of an injury here. Matty Cash and Luke Shaw. Collision.
Yeah, I'm not to say that Watkins isn't a good player. And sometimes with these players that say mid-table Premier League clubs, you never know if they're able to take a step up, right? And sometimes they go to the club and they can. Sometimes they go and they ultimately fail.
Well, I like the step up that he took from Brentford to Aston Villa. Anyway, I think he's done well.
What about Ivan Toney?
That's a good question. I think we should be looking maybe at Ivan Toney.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about leading the line for Manchester United, but as an option, depends on the price. That's a ball over the top. It was a high starting position from De Gea, though, wasn't it?
It was. And he forces the decision from Danny Ings because of the high line. So
Yeah.
it's good. But I don't know. Because this Martial, right now, I don't think you can maybe have an Ivan Toney leading the line. But in terms of an option off the bench, it's perfect, I think, Ivan Toney. You maybe want somebody that's maybe potentially better than the front three that we have right now in terms of competition, which is then Ronaldo. But in terms of a player off the bench, Ivan Toney's definitely a good option.
He scored goals last season. Great for penalties.
Yeah. And he had a good display against us at Old Trafford as well.
Yeah.
Good link-up play. He has that feature to his game. A good focal point striker. Off the bench, definitely I would like to see someone like Ivan Toney be part of the side. But you need someone better than these
How many goals do you think
three.
he scored in the Premier League last season, Ivan Toney?
10.
12. Wow. I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, same. I thought maybe 15.
Yeah.
But in my head, 10 sounded about right for the first time in the league.
12.
Considering how many goals he had scored in the Champions League the season before.
It's not bad for a promoted club last season.
I think
where
he
you're
had
not winning
injuries.
most games.
I think he had injuries.
Well, he also had that thing when he was on holiday. Do you remember that?
No.
Did you not see it?
No. No. He says it was something to do with Man United. Someone was saying...
No, it was he was on holiday and there was a clip.
He was at a party or something.
He was on like a boat or something.
Yeah.
And basically a clip of him saying F Brentford.
Oh, that was what it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was links or rumours to do with
No.
Man United and people asking him about that.
No, it was just he was saying F Brentford.
Right, he's mad.
And he had to come out and do an apology. For it. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy.
Kind of difficult to walk back that one, isn't
Exactly,
it?
yeah.
F Brentford didn't mean it.
Yeah,
So-
but at that time, he's their star striker, he's their main striker, so you kind of get away with it, I guess. Yeah,
F Man United.
he wouldn't last a day.
No, exactly. And the fan base would not forget.
Yeah.
Certainly.
He wouldn't last a day.
And that would be prime meme material. That clip would be posted every single time. If you ever missed a penalty for Manchester United, can you imagine the replies?
The scale is just
F United,
astronomically
F United.
bigger compared
Yeah.
to Brentford. I mean, honestly, he wouldn't last a day.
So you've changed your mind pretty quickly then.
No,
You were
I
saying
still,
bye a minute ago.
no, yeah, exactly. No,
He
I would
wouldn't last
still,
a day.
I would still take him. It's just
He
if
would
he
just
was
say,
to, yeah,
no clips.
no
Okay,
clips,
no clips.
Yeah, behave yourself. This is a level up now. You need to be more professional. So, but I don't think he will start ahead of this Martial. This current Martial, not many would start ahead of him the way he fits into the team so well.
Is a throw jaw throws to Victor Lindelof.
They're very nonchalant. Just kind of
That pitch is cutting up more and more, isn't it?
yeah.
I mean, they are kind of right. If this was a Premier League game, they might have proper conversations, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Although maybe you would say that the Premier League pitches are so good that even with this kind of rain, they'd probably be able to deal with it.
Yeah, we had a few of those last season.
Bump
You know,
ball
a lot of
over the top.
groundsmen on the pitch, just working on the pitches.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, yeah.
I remember that with remember Burnley's game when they got called off with the snow last year.
Yeah.
And Sean Dyche came out with the shirt on.
Smiling.
Yeah.
Thinking, I wish we were playing this.
Yeah. Is Villa on the counter attack?
Wow, who's that? Strong running.
Cuts
Ramsey.
back, yeah.
Yeah, Ramsey. Good player.
He is a good player.
Very good.
I like him.
Yeah.
Bit of a standout season for him last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's Donny. Kind of just...
Who's been a bit quiet once again.
I feel sorry
What's
for
the
him.
excuse now?
Yeah, I feel sorry for him. The excuse would be, if I had one for him, he needs to be playing in the 10. Oh,
But he played well in the 8 last time, in the last game when he came on.
Yeah,
He's playing in McTominay's role.
Yeah, I just see him. I would even switch Bruno into the 8. I think Bruno can play the 8, and I think he would be much better in the 8 than Donny. I think Donny has to go in the 10 if he goes anywhere. But once Ericsson comes in, I think it's maybe Ericsson's 10 to lose, and then you do see Bruno in the 8.
Nice pass by Lindelof to Dallo, who goes for a long switch
to Bruno.
It's
a bad touch. Difficult one because it's coming over your head and you got to turn. But
I'm not sure that switch was particularly on as well. I think if you're Ten Hag, he would be looking at that and saying, "Why did you try the switch?"
He might have been saying something. McLaren's laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
McLaren's
that's just those kind of switches. That's not how he wants to play.
Yeah.
Unless
so he's annoyed.
That's good from Bruno. Good interception. United might have an opportunity here. Bruno intercepts. He's into the box outside.
Here
of the
it is.
foot,
What a touch!
Unlucky.
Bruno with the
Well
outside
played by
foot.
Bruno. Yeah, won
with
it
the
back
sauce.
outside of the foot to Sancho. The touch was a little bit heavy. Maybe again you would say about conditions that might be it. But nearly 2-0.
But sharp touch, even to just to deceive the defender, like you maybe going to shoot.
Yeah.
From Sancho, but
there he is again. He's all over the pitch, Bruno. Isn't
Come on,
he?
I'm telling you guys, man. This is the guy.
Nice little link-up play by Marcel once again.
That's a free kick,
to Donny. Doesn't give it.
I think that's a free kick.
I tell you
it's
what,
unfair on Donny
as well. Again, Martial's link-up play is really underrated.
I'm telling you.
His Rashford, he's going to have a shot here. It's the classic Rashford shot,
but
where he goes from far out. It's never a cross goal as well. It's always near post, and it's never on target.
Here's Bruno's moment.
Just seeing
outside
the Bruno
the
one.
foot.
Yeah.
Whoosh. Good pass.
Unlucky.
Very good reaction, but it's difficult. That's coming at you so fast.
Yeah.
Then you got defender in front of you that you got to worry about as well.
Did the right move, opened himself up. Rashford does that shot so often.
No, I love this. I was gonna go on to this.
But I
love this. Harry Kane built his game off that. Just taking the shot anywhere at the start of his career. Obviously, Rashford's a bit older now.
On target, Marcel.
Yeah, but he used to miss them. You know, like you have to do it in the big moments.
So does Rashford.
Yeah, but
when is the development when it goes on target?
No, it's gonna happen. That's what I'm trying to say. Whoa, what's happened here?
Playing it around at the back.
Lindelof there trying to score an own goal here.
Yeah. Passed by De Gea.
Oh, look at that heavy touch by Sanch.
Well, I would say, you would also say De Gea's probably done him no favors with that one.
I didn't want to say it. You know, I'm glad you said it, Owen.
It's the right pass. But they didn't play it. But
it's poor quality.
He did him no favors.
It's poor quality.
Ball over the top by Villa, goes out for a goal kick. See, look, he's talking to Sancho now.
Yeah, saying sorry. I'm sorry because it's poor.
Apologies.
Yeah, but Rashford's wild shots, he just needs to get them on target now and keep trying them. I think that can be an effective weapon when it's congested and you got someone that can hit the ball.
But the thing is,
the technique that he has.
My point of view is, I'm with you. I don't mind the shot, but if you're going to stop a move where there's other opportunities and other simpler passes, the bare minimum is to get it on target. He doesn't.
Yeah, you're right.
He does that every single time, where he just fizzes it near post, and you go, oh. But if I've made the overlap, like Shaw or other people, and then he takes the shot, you're like, oh.
Yeah. You get annoyed because you've made all that effort and nothing's really come of it.
Well, and also, again, if he's got a record of scoring from that far out, you go, fair enough.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time Rashford scored from distance like that. Can you?
No, I can't either. But I do think I do think a lot of the times under Mourinho where he has scored long range shots, and those kind of things.
I can't think of them.
Champions League, or was it Europa League then? I think it was Europa League moments.
I think of the free
PSG.
kick. I think of the free kick against, obviously, Chelsea.
Yeah. PSG, I think, is it Villarreal that he scored? First time, bottom left. These are free kicks, though.
I remember a goal we scored against Spurs at Wembley where it was a counter-attack. This was early Ollie days. Ball over the top and he fizzed it bottom corner.
Yeah. Ball over the top. I think it was
Pogba
or Bruno. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
But yeah, it does feel like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? Here's United on the attack once again. Shaw fizzed the ball into Bruno, who must be said, whilst he has done a few Bruno-isms, that's a foul. Oh, no, it's not a foul. Here's Rashford. He's going to give it to Martial. Oh.
Use the left foot.
Oh. Put it across goal to Sancho.
Sancho's going to get there, it? He is.
Does well.
He might still get back for it first as well.
Ball still in play. Unlucky. I thought that was a foul.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just on cue as well. You're talking about Bruno-isms and he gives away a foul.
But look,
I love his dynamism. Oh, look, Dalot's down.
Dalot's down with a head injury. It's Bruno's been doing his, whilst he has been doing his Bruno-isms, you can't argue that he's not had a good game. Because again, he is everywhere. He is, and that's what he kind of does. Whereby, he might do a couple of bad passes, but he'll make up for it in about 30 seconds time. He'll be back on the ball. He'll be back on the ball.
He's the only footballer last season at times where I'm seeing him press consistently.
Look at that rain, by the way.
Yeah, it's bad.
That is really bad. If you thought the picture was bad
Look at
now,
this,
it makes you think like it's smoke. It's that thick. Look at it.
Yeah.
My goodness. I would be shocked, honestly, if the ref, with 4 minutes left to half time, calls it. Not calls the game off, but goes we'll do something else. Look at it. The camera is getting flooded.
Yeah.
You can't actually see the amount of raindrops on the camera. Look at it.
It looked like Danny.
It's just getting thicker and thicker. The marvels of weather.
Oh,
all over
what
the
a
top.
pass.
Sancho's in. Is he going to cut it back to Rashford?
It's an own goal.
It's gone in. It's an own goal. It's 2-0 to Manchester United. It's a cash own goal.
It's an own goal.
Cash for goals for Manchester United. It's 2-0. Look at it. The weather, it's absolutely... I think the phrase is pissing it down.
Yeah.
And it looked like Villa just stopped because they were like, can we just end the half?
Yeah, I saw Danny.
Drowning.
It looked like he was looking back to the ref.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
it's a good pass over the top.
Yeah,
That's Fred
ball
pass.
over the top. Sancho tried to cut it back to Rashford, and it just...
I think it hit.
Did he kick it on to Cash?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Here's another look at it. Good cross, and just... It's unlucky from the defender. Can't really do anything about it. But it's 2-0 to United. Man, this weather is insane.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Look at it.
Beautiful. I like playing in these kind of conditions.
What, a monsoon?
Yeah.
But it's 2-0. And it's a Cash own goal. Sancho with a goal and an assist. That front three.
You can just trust him to do the right pass at the right time, Sancho. You know, some other players might want to dribble and make sure and get closer to the goal and then put the cross in. He's doing it first time when he can see the time and opportunity. And, smiling Rashford is always a good thing.
This rain, man. It's like, when they do it in a movie. Yeah. And the way they do it in a movie is they just get a fire hose and they go... It's like that. See, that's how you amaze me, folks. You don't amaze me by good football. Weather. Nature.
Yeah.
Can't beat it, Marcel.
No, you can't. I agree with you.
We've been talking about it this week with the heat wave.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about it with rain. It's dying down a little bit. We need to turn into Weatherview. We need to get a green screen, and I can do my hand signals and get a clicker. I can say, and as you can see in Perth right now, we're experiencing heavy showers.
Yeah.
In the half time again. It's expected to die down at around 15:15. Something like that.
I think it's died down now a little bit.
It's died down. Wow, you say
still,
that.
Yeah, look. Sancho's struggling.
We say died down. It's died down into torrential.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was about a couple of minutes ago. You could barely see from this on the screen. I hope they've caught that on the matchday vlog. Yeah. Flex and KG. Can you imagine them in that?
They're soaked. But I wouldn't want to be in there right now. Only if I'm playing, it would be worth it. You're getting soaked.
Yeah, that is crazy. I tell you what, I got I don't want to spoil it too much. I don't want to spoil it too much, but Flex did say this on Twitter, so I can hint at it. I can hint at it. They were at the Optus Stadium the other day, and he put out a tweet. I can probably find it, actually, the tweet that he put out, because he basically said to the extent of, would you believe me if I said that me and KG were hanging upside down from the Optus Stadium? So, yeah. And
I wouldn't believe you, by the way. I wouldn't believe you.
Well, believe it, because real. I've seen some footage. Holy cow. I'd be absolutely terrified. That is no joke. We've got over 700 people watching, so be sure to smash a like on the like button. Do you want a quick like check, Marcel?
Yes, please.
So
400.
Currently on the likes, we have over 740 people watching, and there's 321 likes. 25 likes now. Yeah. Steffi Jenks, my fear of heights would have kicked in. You and me both, Steffi.
Yeah.
You and me both. Again, no joke. I saw some of that stuff. And again, it's been raining there pretty much consistently the entire time they've been in Perth. I don't want to be on top of a stadium when it's raining.
Exactly.
Do you?
I don't want to be on top of a stadium.
Or attached to a harness. No way. No chance. What are you guys saying? Courtesy says KG's 5-0 pending. Did KG predict a 5-0? I think maybe. Aaron Walker, who is a member of the UV Members Club, says, you aren't laughing now, are you, Slippy G? Well, it would be great if he slipped over again in this weather. Could you imagine? Oh, it would be tremendous. It's half-time. And it's 2-0 to Manchester United. See what else you guys are saying. Dario says, put respect on Fred.
Yeah.
I thought he had a decent first half, actually.
Very good. Who do you think right now has had the best half so far?
I think again, you'd probably look at someone like that front three again. Really good. You'd probably say Bruno, actually. When I say front three, you'd probably say front four, as he was asked about it in the press conference, Ten Hag, yesterday. Bruno is just everywhere. He is absolutely everywhere. He is just all over the pitch, winning the ball back several times. Good passes. Yes, he's doing some Bruno-isms. Yes, he's doing some crazy passes. Yes, he's trying some switches that might not necessarily be on. Yes, he's doing all of that kind of stuff. But he's also, imposing his will on the game. That's exactly what he's doing.
That's what we like to see.
That is what we like to see.
We
also like to see, United's 2-0 up at half-time. So we're very happy with that indeed. Let us know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the game so far as we're at half-time? We can also play either or, our favourite game. Get your either or ors in. And also, Marcel, it's half-time.
It's half-time.
Go and get it.
Yes.
Go and get it. So, Marcel, we were talking about this in the last match view that we did. Marcel was asking me about my fussiness when it comes to food, and particularly fruits. So, Marcel said, next time we do a match view, I'm going to go and get some fruit. And I'm going to bring in a selection of fruits, and I'm going to test them. I'm going to try them, see if I like them. I say I'm going to try some fruits. I don't know if they're going to be particularly, nice or what have you. But I'm going to try them. I thought Marcel was going to become particularly prepared for this today. He came in and said he went to a fruit stall and they said, oh, it's cash. And he went, I've only got £3.50 on me. £3.50. He's brought with him £3.50's worth of fruit. So I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's ripe. I don't know if I'm going to get violently sick on this stream in the second half, but we'll see. What are the rest of you guys saying? MUFC now says Owen or Marcel. Clearly, we know the answer to that one. What else are you guys saying? Dilva saying Bruno, Portugal Magnifico. Zoe Muller says, thanks for taking care of us. Of VAR for us, David Lee. Yes, big up the mods, as always. Vegeta says, Ronaldo stands, please allow it. If Tony helps us tick all over in the system, if Sancho is happy, Ollie has evaporated, all is well in the world. A lot of positivity at the moment for Manchester United. Graham just says, I love Ten Hag. I think a lot of us do. I did see that Josh was in the chat at one point, and it might be the last time we hear from him because he probably has he's probably drowned in his little booth. I'm sure the water would be coming up like in one of those magician acts. When they dunk themselves in water and the water keeps rising? Possibly something like that. Where is Marcel with this fruit? Where is he? Marcel's gone to get the fruit and then vanished. I thought he was already prepared. Is he coming? I could hear him clashing around with a plate. And also because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten for a couple of hours. See, this is classic Marcel. I thought he was prepared. It was his idea to bring in fruit. First of all, he forgot. He forgot money and then had to go to a fruit store to pay £3.50's worth of fruit. And now he prepared it earlier. I saw him with a plate. And now he's taking ages. I can hear him cutting stuff. I thought it was pre-cut. M. Shah says disappearing act. It is a disappearing act. We nearly got 1,000 people watching. Less than 100 likes to go to 500. So if you haven't already, smash a like on the like button. There he is. He is. So what have you brought me?
We have got, and then nothing in particular. Just a plum, a pear, some blueberries, and a piece of mango, which you're gonna have to bite into, which is messy. I should have got you a paper towel or something.
I was gonna say, do I have to actually bite into that?
Yeah.
I'll do that last.
Okay.
I'll do that last. I like blueberries.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. Oh, you washed them?
Yeah, man.
You proper.
Come on, man. That's why I was a bit.
I
cut them a little bit, and then I thought, let me wash them, whatever.
What's that?
This is a plum. This is one that you might be a bit skeptical. I really wanted to get a kiwi, but we'll do another time. We'll do it again.
Yeah, there's more games to come.
Cool.
I've never had a plum in my life.
This is going to be great.
Is this gonna go?
But sometimes no. This is alright. But sometimes you don't get ripe ones. There's another one there. Sometimes it could be, your face doesn't look.
It just doesn't.
This is an early start to the Nigerian food and the Caribbean food testing that you're about to do.
It's fine. It just doesn't taste of anything.
Okay, but sometimes sometimes it's a bit bland. Is it sweet or sourish a bit?
You just don't taste of anything.
Okay, that's not good. It's not a great plum then. Maybe. I
Is
spent
there
$3.50 on
is
this.
You spent the amount of change that was left in your pocket.
Yeah, I had to go back and get cash I wanted to get papaya. I wanted to get pineapple.
Yeah, you should have seen the blank look that I gave him when he went, I wanted to get a papaya, and I went,
"What's that?
What are you talking about?"
Yeah. No, I'm gonna bring that next time. So okay,
I'll
out of 5 then. 4, 3.
No, out of 10.
Yeah,
it's a 5. Okay. I mean,
so
it's fine.
The blueberries was a lot better.
I like blueberries.
Yeah.
I had blueberries this morning.
Yes, with the porridge, like you said, or just.
And they're really sweet.
Yes, okay.
They got flavour. In comparison to the plum, that is nothing.
Okay, that's so. What do you say? 5 or 6?
5.
Okay, and
5
then
for a
blueberries
plum.
a bit higher.
Blueberries are a solid 9.
Pear, the pear.
I don't think I've ever had a pear.
Yeah, as well. And I know you said apricots weren't all that too.
But again, these things I've literally just never had.
Yeah. We're gonna bring that next time.
This is a pear.
Go on. Interesting. No. Bland.
It just tastes like a weird apple.
What apples did you say you liked as well? Just the green ones, Granny Smith?
No, I don't like the texture of that either.
Yeah. The skin as well might be a bit. Yeah. Oh well, try the mango.
Okay. I don't know how to eat this.
Should I get paper towel just in case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That pear was not good. Steffi Jenks says, what side of a life has Owen been leading? A very shouted one in rural Oxfordshire growing up. We didn't have, I say we didn't have fruit, we did. I just didn't eat it. I'm a very fussy eater. I could eat these blueberries all day. There is nice flavour, a bit of sourness as well. I like that.
Oh, you like it?
No, the blueberry, not the pear. I'm not over the pear, to be honest.
Okay. Did you try a bit of mango?
This is what I eat like I'm eating a sandwich.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, just. From the middle, take from the middle. Yeah. What do you think? Sweeter. There's water in there. There's nice left of. That's like a fleshy.
That's okay.
That's okay.
So
that's the best one out of the plum, pear, blueberries.
The mango's okay.
The mango's okay. That will survive.
The blueberries are the mango's okay. I'm not having it all in my teeth.
Yeah. I should have. Toothpick should have been in my hand as well. But
I could eat these forever.
Yeah.
What about the plum?
So no plums. Next time I'll get a kiwi.
I haven't tried a plum. Do I just bite into it?
No, this one. That's a plum.
Oh, that is the plum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But there's sweeter one. But there's this. I feel like we might have been with plums. It's a hit and miss.
Yeah.
You get like really sweet ones, and then you get sometimes bland ones.
A lot of people saying that the way I ate a mango was bad.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm cautious.
Yeah.
You know.
So let me put this away somewhere. It's a messy thing. It's messy.
Leave the blueberries there. I'll keep eating them.
Yeah, cool. We'll just leave it here for now. But
yeah. But you're not going to eat anything as well.
No, I already had something.
Who's going to eat all of them?
They can go in
compost.
Yeah, compost or something.
Okay. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
Also get in your either ors as it's half time.
Yes.
So the game is either or.
Yeah.
So you can be anything about crisps we've done chocolate, we've done games,
biscuits,
we've done movies,
films,
we've done TV series. Just say 2 things, and then we'll say which one's the best, or which one's the better. M. Shah says blueberry Owen, love it. This is the thing, yeah. Steffi said slice up the mango. That was a problem. I don't think we have a sharp enough knife.
Yeah, we don't have a shop as nice.
Because I was just thinking that when it was like that, I was thinking there is no way people just eat mangoes like
they do with their teeth. Just bite into the skin and eat.
I always, when you came in the other day, you had mango slices, didn't you?
Yeah, from Tesco.
Yeah.
Not the actual whole fruit though.
I think maybe I'd enjoy it a bit more
As slices.
if I had slices.
I just thought get the raw fruit itself. It was a bit better anyway.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna process that mango, I believe, just to keep it on the shelf for so long. So the texture is a bit different. Whereas it is a good point to slice the mango up. Just we don't have a good enough knife for it. And me, I would just bite the skin off and start eating it. But obviously on the stream, I just
Dr. Fraser Crane says Chinese or Indian.
So I've had some really good Indian. We was talking about a really nice place in Manchester, for the Indian, I think on the stream before. And I really like Chinese, but when last have I had a good Chinese? I don't know. When last have you had Chinese? Do you have a Chinese often?
You know what? My Chinese is a disgrace because I have a very English Chinese.
So they're not actually Asian orientated.
No, I'm not having like noodles or anything like that. Or
you mean the food that you actually buy is not Chinese?
No, like if I put it this way, if I order a Chinese takeaway,
yeah,
I'm getting chips, I'm getting egg fried rice, and I'm getting sweet and sour chicken balls.
That's it.
And that's all I'm getting.
Nah, well, no, but still, egg fried rice and sweet and sour chicken is nice.
It is nice, but like
why are you getting chips?
That's not really having a Chinese, is it?
Yeah, it's not. You're not getting the Singapore special fried.
No, I'm not getting anything like that.
Singapore noodles or any of the soups.
New
spring rolls, mixed spring rolls.
Don't like them.
Wow. Yeah, I can't wait to see your taste testing with the Nigerian and Caribbean food.
Super chat from WB Tunga says, "Stop the time. We need to stop the timer. Time needs to be stopped." And Marcel, next time get a proper mango. I feel like I've been hard done by with the mango.
This is a proper mango, guys. But I will get mango slices and I'll get another mango next time.
Yeah,
then.
this is this is 350s worth.
Yeah,
fruit.
Yeah, that's another point to make. This is 350.
Change Marcel had in his pocket.
Even though there's loads more fruit back there.
Who's that?
Yeah, they gave me loads. Like they gave me like 5 pears, like 5 plums, loads of blueberries, a whole thing of blueberries, couple mangoes for 350. He was nice to me. I appreciate it.
Razzie says Korean or Japanese cuisine.
I've only had.
I've never had Korean food.
Yeah, I've only had Japanese cuisine.
I've heard about Korean barbecue. Is that something?
Yeah. Apparently, yeah. My sisters, they would know more about that. I'm not sure.
And Japanese cuisine, I'm assuming, is like sushi and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like sushi.
Sushi's alright.
Okay. No, that's not for me. Raw fish or just.
Do you like fish in general?
I feel like most fish taste the same, doesn't it?
Salmon is a different texture to mackerel.
You know what? I do like mackerel.
There we go. Common ground again.
I do like mackerel. You know those things in a tin you get in the sauces. I do like that.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like it tastes like fish. For me, David Lee with a contribution. He just posted a picture of a banana.
Oh yeah.
I like bananas.
Yeah, but that's like everybody. Well, let me not say that because some people might be allergic to bananas. But everyone should like banana. It's like a standard fruit.
Well, if they're allergic to bananas, I wouldn't recommend they
eat them. Yeah. I
think they would know that.
Yeah.
What else are people saying? Jacob says Flex's power or Owen's dad's power. Which is stronger? You know what? I'm going to back my family member. I'd say my dad's power because the record speaks for itself.
Yeah. I was about to say, this is well documented.
It's proper.
It is very well documented. Whereas we've discovered Flex's power throughout, very recently, beginning or the end, of last season. We've really seen, Flex's power come into prominence. But with this Owen situation and his old man, this has been very well documented. Lots of our full views, we'll be talking about situations about these. It's very mysterious.
Yeah. Kevin Lopez says Owen's food taste is very questionable because the man's Chinese food isn't Chinese.
Yeah.
And all fish taste the same?
Yeah.
My palate.
Thank you for that contribution.
Yeah, look, my palate is just way off. Clearly, it is way off. And as I've gotten older, I have tried. I'm telling you, a few years ago, I wouldn't even bothered.
Yeah.
And with even putting a bite into all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad. And this was my point before when I said about fruit is I could eat that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go out my way to eat it.
Yeah.
That pear, I would not have a pear.
Yeah.
I don't like pears. I've come to that conclusion. It was fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not your
that
thing.
Plum, I don't see any flavour in it.
Yeah.
In that.
But is that? Do you know what that's? I think that's to do with potentially. But then again, you're eating the blueberries fine. We were saying that when we were talking off air, we were talking about sweets, and we prefer sweets. Maybe that sugar from the sweets changes the fructose or the natural sugars that fruits will have.
I like those blueberries because they are very sweet.
Yeah.
And I think maybe you're right. Is I have a compulsion for sweet stuff.
Yeah.
I like sweets.
Yeah. But they're like proper sweet, like, and compared to fruits, sometimes fruits are a bit bland. The timing, there's like an art to it, kind of thing. Growing the fruit and all that kind of thing.
What sweets do you like?
That's a good question. Loads of sweets. Right now, my go-to sweet is the Haribo watermelon sweets. Do you know those?
I like those. Yeah.
I'll bring those in. Oh,
I like that. I like that watermelon.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what we do. So you've brought in the fruit. Next time I'll bring in a load of sweets.
I appreciate that, but I still want to bring in fruit another time. Then I still want to never go at this and to do it properly in terms of different fruits. But I will bring in the sweets. I like watermelon sweets.
Yeah.
Haribo ones. Yeah, the strawberries, the Haribo strawberries. I like
strawberry pencils.
Yeah, strawberry pencils are good.
Yeah.
We have the teeth, those
teeth and lips.
The teeth and lips.
I tell you what, are quite really sweet. Have you ever had those like rainbow laces with the sugar on?
Yeah, I have.
I'll bring that. They are sweet.
Have you seen the 20p the 20p strips though? The 20p strips, and they're just red. No. They're old. They're like the rainbow. Yeah, they're like the rainbow thing, but it's just a strip.
They're the ones that had a cartoon behind them as well.
Yeah. Free of them.
Yeah.
Really nice sweet that is.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Well, here's a super chat from Keegan. Says Biggie or Tupac.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Notorious B.I.G. all day for me.
Yeah, his music. I'll agree with you.
I listen to more Biggie songs than I do Tupac songs.
So I just like the beats of Biggie's stuff, and his flow. But I listen to more Tupac songs.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's Pout says, what seasonings do you two use? As if you asked me.
I was about to say, like, I don't
season my food.
Yeah, I don't do all the cooking. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't do all the cooking. So it gets prepared for me, and I just enjoy the food.
I put sage on my chicken sometimes.
Is it?
I don't know if that counts as a seasoning thing.
I
went through a stage of putting a lot of cayenne pepper on stuff. That was brutal.
Yeah. Oh, so if in terms of what I would put on there, I like salt and peppers, that kind of thing, black pepper. Yeah, that's it really.
Here's one that says cricket or baseball. Cricket or baseball. They're two things I never thought would be compared.
Yeah. Cricket though.
Cricket, yeah. Because I don't watch a lot of baseball.
Yeah, same.
I don't watch a lot of American sports really. I like NFL. Same. I follow the NFL. I'm a New York Giants fan.
But is wrestling American baseball? I know you're
real,
interested.
Damn it! It's real. Vince McMahon's retired.
I know you're interested.
Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen. I don't know anything about wrestling.
Oh, mate.
Only when I was younger, I was huge about. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. But it's like, so that's the kind of sport that you would follow then, wrestling.
Yeah,
American
sport.
sport.
I'm not naive enough to say it's a sport. It's sports entertainment.
Yeah.
But there is certainly a physical contest. I mean, there's a performance center here in the UK. You want to run the ropes. You need to be in really good shape to be a wrestler, proper. It's no joke. Game's just about to kick off in the second half here. Pepsi or Coke? And we're off. Second half.
Coke.
Really?
Yeah, super.
Pepsi,
yeah, is it? I'm really. I've had a lot of Coca-Colas recently.
Yeah.
And like in the last week, I've had like 3 Cokes. Really.
Pepsi Max. All day. 0 calories, 0 sugar. You can't go wrong with that. Although
I'm going for full sugar, full everything.
I'm always very skeptical of that because when they say 0 calories, 0 sugar, but you go, but it still tastes sweet. Mm-hmm. There has to be something.
Yes. So it's a synthetic.
It's a chemical.
Yes, it's a synthetic chemical of sugar, and apparently that it damages the central nervous system or something like that.
Right.
So
check
it's
that out. Worse for you than full fat stuff.
Yeah, apparently. Check that up, guys. It's a synthetic sugar that was approved, I believe, by somebody from America or something. Even in sports drink, it's got this chemical in
the book.
No, yeah, I've been reading about this. Yeah, I've been reading about this, guys. So just like somebody a lot smarter than me will bring it up in the chat. But it's a synthetic chemical in there, and it damages the central nervous system. I can reference what I've read it from in my phone because
Genome says cricket game so slow it's measured in centuries. I've been to a test match day. I've been to a test match day, and that is a lot of fun. And it's not just, you don't just have to sit in the crowd. It's like they know it's boring. So there's loads of stuff to do outside of the ground.
Yeah.
Or outside of the pitch. You can walk around outside. There's tons of stuff. I don't think there have been any changes in the second half. I will double check. I don't think so. We'll wait and see.
Do you think it's going to be wholesale changes?
I don't know. Like I said, I think maybe we'll get to 60, 65 minutes.
I was about to say, you did mention 60 minutes, and I think that sounds like the target time.
Saltwinder says lilt is king. When was the last time you had a lilt?
Well, what is that?
You've never had a lilt before?
No, what is it?
Oh my God, Marcel. I thought I was closed off.
No, I'm closed off. What is lilt?
You never had a lilt?
Oh,
you've had that.
Days. Yeah.
You must have had that.
Yeah, I've had that. Have you had? It's limca. Anybody from the Asian diaspora, part of the United View community, will know about limca. I think it's called
Limca.
Yeah, it's like it's like a lemonade, but it's their version of it. It's like Sprite. Limca.
Limca. Oh, that is it.
Yeah,
No.
that's it there. Yeah, this is their own version of like a Sprite. Really nice.
Never said
Beautiful taste. It's a nice drink.
No.
Yeah, in India they have it there and this kind of things. Anyone in the hopefully someone will back me up with this.
What about Coke out of a glass bottle?
Oh, even better than Coke actually, the bottled Coke, the plastic bottle Coke is the worst one, in the plastic bottle.
Yeah.
Then it's the can, and then it's the glass bottle.
It does taste different out of a can.
Yes.
Absolutely. Here's Dallo down the right-hand side. Sort of overhit the pass to Sancho. He lost his footing a little bit, looked like there. But it's still 2-0.
Oh, here he is, Bay. This is a good player.
Well, there was a lot of hope for him when he was bought last year. He was one of the people to replace Grealish, wasn't he?
Hasn't really kicked on.
No, I think he had injuries.
Hasn't really kicked on.
He was an FM-rated player.
Yeah.
Bailey on FM used to always be decent.
Yeah.
Bruno wins the ball back again. He's won it back quite a few times today, hasn't he?
Yep.
Gives it to Donny. Bit of an overhit pass. Or Donny still manages to win it back. A little flick by Rashford.
We've still got the football, which is just brilliant.
Yeah. Ball over the top by Bruno.
Just loves to force.
A Brunoism.
And I don't like criticising him, but he just loves to force it sometimes.
Yeah.
And you just got to let somebody else take the onus sometimes.
Is Villa on the counter-attack?
This is what I wanted to see.
Lindelof's one-on-one. Manages to get the shot away. It's in. It's 2-1. That came from nowhere. This isn't what I want to see, Marcel. This is why I don't want to see any tests, because they'll score.
No, but that's what this is the point.
How easy was that?
Yeah.
The hair's all covered in mud now.
And
Look
I'm
at
just
this.
saying, everybody, Bailey's a good player. Bailey's a good player, and he's come and showed that, obviously. But
It's given away by Bruno to start off with, forced it. At this position, United are still comfortable. Yeah. It's still one-on-one. Lindelof is side on, so you would say you're doing well, but he still manages to get a shot. That is so easy. There is no pressure on the player whatsoever there.
Yeah.
Look, back off, have the shot, in.
And Maguire kind of turns away from it.
What is
just
that?
Be a bit brave and stand up.
What is that?
Yeah, be willing to get to take the hit in your face or whatever.
Look, just easy.
It's a good finish.
It's a good finish, but it's just so easy.
Yeah. It's annoying. It is annoying. And
he's only ever going to cut inside there.
But
there's no one else in the box, so he's not going to show him the line.
Show him the line. You're right, Owen. You're right. But like I was saying earlier today, this is the kind of thing that I want to see, because this is our biggest problem now. The midfield, we can kind of understand it as fans, what's happening or what we're trying to achieve. But it's those combinations, centre-backs. It's Lindelof in this situation. Can Luke Shaw do a bit more in terms of recovering and adding the bodies? Can Maguire stand up a bit taller and be a bit more brave and be willing to get the ball hit at him and see the play? He turns away from it. So wow.
Diogo Dallo just did one of the longest slides. He rivaled the Sol Campbell slide. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
The one at Wembley where he does a slide and he just carries on going out shot. Dallo just did that. Look at them. They're all covered.
Yeah.
There we go. We're getting a replay of it.
Yeah.
Dallo goes down. 1, 2. Oh, he slides out a shot. I want to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He was sliding for a full 6 seconds.
Yes, yeah.
Well, that cheered me up after that goal.
Yeah, 100%.
But still, that is such an avoidable goal. That is poor defending. It's poor. There is no pressure.
Defenders do that. This instantly reminds me back to, Maguire against Bergwijn last season. I think it was, or COVID season, where he's backing off, and Bergwijn just ends up beating him for pace, I think.
Well, even that one, he didn't even beat him for pace. He just back with the Bailey one. He just backs off, has the shot.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
What are you doing? Yeah.
What were you doing?
Yeah.
And I get maybe you would say, I mean, encouraging to have the shot, because if you're going to have the shot from there, you're going to have to do well to score, and he does score. But still, like...
It's a thing that players are doing. I mean, even at home against Southampton, I believe, Broja scores as soon as the kickoff starts. Oh, here's a heavy touch. Look, Sancho with a heavy touch as well.
Yeah.
Off of Is that Martinez and goal? Is that a young keeper?
I think they've switched the goalkeepers, yeah.
Heavy touch by there. Yeah.
It's Olsen, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, even Broja, we was backing off against him beginning of the second half, and then they score even before, fans get back from doing a halftime break.
Here's Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh. See, but so how far do you trace that goal back? Oh, here we go. They're in again. Shaw's going to have to keep with his man. Keep tighter. Show him the line. He's cut in again. Good reverse pass. Oof,
good enough.
They can't handle him.
Yeah, and he's on sixes and sevens, and he's nearly stumbling Luke Shaw.
Man, well, this is game certainly fired up a little bit in the second half, hasn't it? Immediately.
This is a replay of exactly what happened.
Oh, he's just been spun completely, Fred. Then, Maguire manages to intercept.
We had a 2-0 lead at Aston Villa last season, and we let it slide, and it ended up being 2-2.
It certainly feels like coming into this second half, United were feeling maybe a little bit too comfortable, and they've been woken back up. Here's the replay of Bailey once again. Shaw just backing off. Again, all he wants to do is cut inside, So again, you just say, show him the line.
Where's Rashford in that moment? In terms of supporting for that overlap that Matty Cash was about to do. But yeah, this happened last season. We were 2-0 up against Aston Villa, and then we just conceded the goals in the second half.
Well, you would also say too, with the Lindelof defending for that goal, is how does Martinez react to that? If he's the defender in that situation, does he deal with it any better?
Yeah, and we've been saying...
ball edge of the box deflected. Oof, that's a corner. It's Bailey again.
He's come alive.
He's literally second half just completely...
Was that a De Gea save as well?
I think it was a deflection.
And
I don't know if De Gea got anything on it.
Yeah.
We'll see it again. It was a free kick. Gets headed out. Is Bailey, edge of the box. Comes off. Was it Martial? Comes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Ball whipped in from the corner. Player goes down in the box. Here's a break opportunity for United. No. Well, Villa certainly on the offense in this second half. The ball just is not breaking for United whatsoever, it seems like, does it?
Yeah, and every time we are having control of the ball, Martial now, even his distribution's been a bit shaky, first time flick, lost possession. Now with this, the control, lost possession. But we are still pressing from the front, it looks like. We are still trying to organise.
You would say when it comes to Ten Hag as well, he might be thinking of making these subs a little bit early, not for fitness, just to change the game.
Yeah. I think he has to do that. I haven't seen Donny. What do you think about Donny today? I just haven't seen him.
Largely absent again, and it comes back to once again, isn't it? How many more excuses do you make? Is a 2v1 here against Luke Shaw. Bailey again. Everything's just going straight to him, isn't it?
Yeah,
they just realising that he is just dominating that side at the moment.
Yeah.
Ball deflects back. Here's McGinn. So clearly their game plan second half is, again, give it to Bailey. Bailey tries to put the ball in the box. Lindelof gets it away. United are on the ropes a little bit.
Yep. And this is what I wanted to see. I was hoping Crystal Palace would bring this, but Aston Villa have. This is the kind of test that you want to see for the team, how they're going to fare, because this is the kind of games they'll be playing against. And in Premier League, the game's changed now. It looks like Aston Villa are dominating a little bit more.
And if you were sure... would you be saying at this point to people like Rashford, like clearly they're giving the ball to this guy every single time. I need some support here. Yeah. I need some support coming back, because if it's 1v1, he's probably going to beat me, or it might be a 2v1 as well. Ten Hag looks very pensive.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to change it now. You want to see how your almost kind of first team will cope in this scenario. I don't think you would want to be.
And the thing is, as fans, we know not very well. Yeah, historically, the slightest bit of pressure. We tend to crumble and get erratic. Book him, he kicked the ball away.
Yeah.
I told you, I think that's why they wore the white kit. Get it muddy. It's a foul as well.
Advertisement for
some detergent.
Yeah.
Or Vanish or something like that. But it's 2-1, 56 minutes gone. In the first sort of 10 minutes of this second half, it's really been all Aston Villa. United have been on the ropes somewhat. Need to relax, get their composure back, keep the ball.
What do you think about our centre-backs, how they've played? Do you think this will be our starting two?
Well, I'm not happy with the way Lindelof... I mean, is he onside? Sancho? The flag's still down. Cuts it back. Oh, it's nearly another own goal. It's a good save by the goalkeeper again. And cleared again. I'm not happy with how Lindelof defended for that goal. I understand that some might say, well, what's he supposed to do? He backs off. But you do look foolish if you back off, and they just score.
Yeah.
As we're just seeing the replay of Sancho with the nearly another own goal. But Villa, it would appear, just as in the second half so far, have just upped the tempo.
Yeah.
They were really off it in that first half, particularly towards the end of it. They've come out second half, all guns blazing somewhat, pressing a little bit higher up, a bit more of an intensity off the ball. As you can see, them trying to close down Dalot here and forcing United to play out from the back. And United seem to be a bit shocked by it. Good pass by De Gea to Fred.
Yeah, he tried the first time
some
pass.
of this passing now, I mean, it's not good.
He tried the first time pass out and he's given away possession. We're under pressure now.
Ball whipped into the box, cleared slightly. Here's Rashford. He's going to try and take on Cash.
Oh, unlucky.
Cash deals with him. Here's space for Villa again. Yeah, United have not settled
at all
whatsoever.
Yeah, first 20-odd minutes.
Haven't settled. We're seeing, passes not go together. Villa are playing some really nice stuff. It's a good pass by Coutinho. I think it's Bailey again. He's going to try and put a cross in the box. Shaw doesn't deal with it. Bounces around and goes over the bar.
We're getting lucky here. We're getting a few lucky breaks here.
Yeah, this is not pretty. Yeah. This is not pretty whatsoever. Again,
I mean, he's been left with so much time and space out there, babe.
All of that play, you would say Coutinho had an age to pick out the pass, picks out Bailey, who's also in so much space, ball into the box. Shaw just flings a leg at it. It's actually Bruno who deflects it over the bar, but defensively, it's not great now. The press off the ball is pretty non-existent. Villa just look way more up for it than United so far. Super chat from Jalapeno says, Donny van de Beek is not good enough, unfortunately.
I mean, can you see him being above Bruno or Eriksen in a 10 position?
Can you
see him being a star ahead of them?
If Eriksen's playing this game, I think Eriksen stamps his authority on the game more than Donny.
Yeah.
I think he would do the same as what Donny's doing, maybe try some runs, get in some pockets, but if he's not getting the ball, he'd go find it, or he'd make sure that they're giving the ball to him. This is the issue sometimes with Donny, is you don't think you can question his ability off the ball and making runs or finding pockets, but if he doesn't get the ball, then he just goes missing.
Yeah.
And then people go, well, he's not getting past the ball. If you're not getting past the ball, make sure someone passes you that ball. Do a Bruno.
Yeah.
Go grab it. Stamp your authority on the game.
I just don't think he has that personality, and I can't see him being ahead of the likes of Eriksen and Bruno. So I feel like it's going to be very difficult.
There, didn't he? Jeez.
Pass. And it's going to be very difficult for him to get minutes in the team, to be honest with you. And even in this position as the 8, he just hasn't been able to stamp the authority on the game.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's gonna. I don't want to say he's not good enough, because he understands the system. It's just
Sancho's not happy with that as well, is he? Jeez. Sancho wasn't happy with United just basically threw away that throw in, and Sancho just blasted the ball out into the crowd. It's a Villa free kick now. United players clearly are getting a bit frustrated. I think because opening 15 minutes of this second half, they're like, we're playing rubbish.
Yeah.
And you can clearly see they're starting to panic. This long ball over the top, Lindelof deals with it, goes out for a throw-in. They'll get chances. Villa. You can feel it, can't you?
Yeah. It's that wide area. I don't know if it requires Rashford to come and do a bit more work to support Luke Shaw. But, that's really what I wanted to see, these 1v1 situations with our fullbacks and the pressure from the counter-attacks from the defensive line, like I was saying. And, that's how they've created that goal, and they're causing pressure from these wide areas right now.
It is somewhat shocking, isn't it, just how quickly some of these players can revert to some of the performance levels of last season. It's a bit of space, though. Bruno, time on the ball, find the right pass.
Come on, Bruno. And he should
And
have done it
doesn't.
early, maybe, to Donny.
That's the situation there where if you're not playing particularly well, he had time on the ball there, significant time on the ball, and didn't pick out the right pass. Frustrating. Tabaslow says, I've heard the Maguire argument again and again that he isn't injury prone. Maybe if he actually defended the effing goal, then he would also get injuries. Shubham says, my fear is these players whom we are gassing up in pre-season might vanish midway through the season. Erik ten Hag needs as many first-team players as possible. Well, I think to your point there, we've kind of seen some of these players vanish in about 15 minutes in this half, haven't we?
No, I agree.
You know?
I mean, it's a squad game, so I think as long as Ten Hag's rotating the players, we got to hope that they obviously don't revert back to type. But we do, as fans, we know that it's more them all.
Sancho had the pass. It just
Nothing's
bounced off
just
the back
connecting at the moment. That's what it is.
Can't get two or three passes together. He's in again.
Yeah.
Bailey's in again.
He's Shaw's caught out.
Shaw's caught out. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
Oh, wow.
He's gone around the goalkeeper.
Well done, Maguire.
Well done,
Maguire.
Maguire defends it. He might have gone
pen.
just maybe slightly too wide, you could also say as well. But Maguire does well there. But he was in, and it was so easy. Yeah. That was so easy. We're going to see the replay here. It's one pass. I don't know where Luke Shaw is. He is pushed so high up the pitch, not in line with the rest of the back four. And Maguire, he tries to go around the goalkeeper. He makes the angle really tight for himself, actually. But Maguire does well. It would have gone in. So you have to give credit to Maguire for blocking it. They're saying it's a handball. But
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, maybe it was. But again, this Luke Shaw, man, I don't know if he's just...
I don't know where on earth Luke Shaw was for that.
I don't know if he's good enough.
Across like that, and Luke Shaw is up there.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, the other player is still there.
Exactly. I don't think he's good enough, guys. I don't know. And maybe the likes, in a full Ten Hag system and a team, when he's got all the kind of signings he wants. By the way, Aston Villa just made a load of subs.
Yeah, they're just
fresh legs.
6 subs.
Yeah.
We're only 7 likes away from 500 as well, by the way, guys. So if you haven't already, we can get to 500. We can get to the benchmark. You can also subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner, and join the UV Members Club if you wish. Link is in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat as well. Ashley Young's on the pitch for Aston Villa, former United captain.
We're happy to see him. I think he's got quality. Interesting that he had to convert his game to a fullback at one stage.
He was a right-footed left-back, wasn't he?
Yeah. So
here's Bailey with the corner. And they got 2 players on the edge of the box as well, Villa, that will run in.
Oh,
David. My goodness. What is going on in the second half? Something has just completely switched off Manchester United.
And I think Ten Hag
whipped in. De Gea just...
Where's he jumped?
I don't know where he's coming. He's not claiming the ball because he has lost the flight completely.
Yeah. And he's just... There's no authority from this man.
No, he didn't come through the back of the player. He just jumped up. They should score.
He's allowed to use his hands and he's looking away. And I don't know with this goalkeeper, guys. I don't know.
I mean, this second half performance so far is very Manchester United last season. Sloppy on possession. When we do have a chance to actually do a decent pass, we don't find it. Defense looks rattled. They're not playing in a straight line. The goalkeeper looks nervous or is making errors. It's just, it's just a huge collapse, isn't it?
I mean, the pitch is shocking, though. Wow. I mean, the pitch looks
But
really
you would
bad,
also say the pitch is shocking, but it's not stopping Villa.
Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's not an excuse, of course, but it's like, it's not helping us.
No, Fred looks to try and switch it. Bit of a deflection to Sancho. Looks like United are going to be making a lot of substitutions here, possibly 10.
We need them. These players don't look like they're playing well at the moment.
Fresh Villa, and we need some fresh players on. But yeah, do you think that'll be a bit of a thing for Fred does well there? A thing for Ten Hag to think about is whilst we have been getting these wins, conceded against Melbourne, conceded against Palace, conceded against Villa. There's sort of a drip of goals there, isn't there?
Yeah, like I was saying, it's the back line. That's the biggest concern for me. Okay, your front three might not be firing, but that's going to happen in games, and they're going to miss chances. But they need to still have the assurance that, for the most part, the team's quite solid. But we've conceded very poor goals, where players are not concentrating and just doing the basic marking, always being with your man. It's not like they're getting beat. It's just that they're not following their man. They don't know where the opposition players are. It just don't make sense to me. So
James Garner's coming on though, which is exciting.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
First appearance for him for pre-season. Of course, he was out with an injury. Other names coming on: Varane, Malacia, Chong, Alanga's there as well. Eric Bailly.
Yeah.
I mean, again, looks like the Hannibal, Zidane Iqbal.
Yeah. No Savage.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
I don't think I saw Savage.
No, I don't think I saw it. It might be Hannibal and Zidane Iqbal in that role.
I can imagine. Also, and then Donny the 10. I could imagine maybe Zidane and Donny as the 2 6s/8s, and then Hannibal as the 10.
Harry Maguire just coming off. It must be said, for a guy that gets a lot of criticism, I think he played quite well. Today.
Yeah.
You know, defended that what would have been a goal.
Yeah.
I don't think you can point to the goal conceded and say that was on him particularly. No. You could maybe say he could support Lindelof a bit more, but from his perspective, he's probably thinking, well, my centre-back's dealing with that. I've got to deal with runners in the box.
Yeah, I can't criticise him too heavy. I mean, he has not had much to do, no huge amount of tests. But
here come Villa again. When they're running forward, they look like they're just going to go through us completely.
Yeah.
Malacia doesn't deal with the ball bounces a bit awkwardly.
Is that Jimmy Garner on the floor already? Okay, yeah, he's bounced back up.
Yeah, bounced back up. I don't want him to get injured again.
Already, look, he's
in our
limping
squad
around.
that made of glass. You don't need another one.
To be fair, he's gone into a collision with Konsa, who's a unit.
Villa are playing some proper stuff, though. It must be said. Coutinho's getting...
They're getting pressed, though, right now.
Yeah.
We're trying to press... Oh, is it Hannibal up top?
I guess so. Thinking about it, who other strikers do we got? We don't have anyone else ready to play up front.
Like,
Varane just got beat completely.
Yeah.
They're in once again, Aston Villa. If they cut it back to nobody...
I'm telling you, this back line is what we need to be looking at, guys. That's the big focus right now.
That high line is getting absolutely exposed and eroded fast.
Varane
just got absolutely paced. Yeah, just drifted right past him. Who was that went past him?
Samson.
Yeah, he just went past him. Sanson. Yeah, like he wasn't there. Goodness me.
Wow. Wow. I was telling you guys, Eric Bailly ahead of Varane maybe potentially this season. It's pre-season, of course, but you know.
But it's no doubt it's been jarring this second half.
Oh yeah, this has been poor.
Drop off.
Yeah, this has been poor. And it was from the first teamers, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So
here's Hannibal, who, as you mentioned, is playing in that sort of front row. I guess a false 9, if you will. Alanga. You would say now, look, if you're one of these younger players that have come on, stamp your authority on the game. Do something, because those more senior players in the second half weren't playing particularly well.
Yeah.
If you do something half decent, maybe you start in Oslo or something like that.
Wan-Bissaka's around.
Yeah. Hannibal. Well, it's going to go out. Well, they're giving a foul. He's giving a
I
foul.
think he's giving a foul.
What for? Hannibal getting fights, classic.
He's aggressive.
All of his appearances last season ended up with him getting into like scuffles with people.
No, but I like that side of his game. I like that side.
We
of
like
his game.
a bit of aggression.
You have to have that personality about you. You know, not to get pushed over by anybody, or just being very strong, physical.
Look at me, United. You've got me nervous eating. The problem with blueberries, they're very Moorish, aren't they?
They're not the. It's not the most exciting.
What, you're not a fan?
No, I definitely am. I just, out of all the fruits, blueberries, I don't always eat them. Only for fruit in the morning. But I'd normally have banana. We just mentioned banana.
They're one of those fruits whereby if they're there in a pot, you just eat them all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's no like. Sometimes there's a limit to them, though. I can't have too many in my porridge. I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
you don't
loads.
You don't want to overdo it, because then you're eating more blueberry than porridge.
Porridge, yeah.
Then you're just getting silly.
Yeah.
But if there was like now, if there's a plate of blueberries, I'm not going to stop till they're all gone. Clearly.
Same with the grapes. I think more with grapes.
Grapes are the same, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of grapes. When you're saying that, I'm thinking maybe more grapes. Not really blueberries, to be fair. I have a few and a handful, and then I'll be all right.
Free kick to United. There was a foul on Teef Chong.
What happened there?
I don't know. Was there a chair fight? Oh, they keep getting blown over. That's why. Look,
Okay,
they're all getting blown onto the pitch.
It's how mad the weather. We can't even know. We're not experiencing all this.
No.
I really would like to know what Flex and KG are going through right now.
So there were chairs all over the place, and actually it's because they were getting blown onto the pitch.
Yeah.
You would also say, going back to the kits, why would you have them playing in white, and then you've got all of these white chairs, which would clearly be distracting in your peripheral vision, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think these things are well thought out when it comes to preseason.
Well, they should be. It's a disgrace. We did get over 500 likes, by the way, Marcel.
We reached the target.
534 we're on. Let's get to 600.
Yeah, let's
Why
get to,
not?
I was about to say 600, 700. What's going on here, man?
Ashley Young's kicking off with Hannibal now.
Yeah, it was Douglas Luiz. Now it's Ashley Young.
Come on, Ashley, have some respect.
Yeah.
You know, it's your former team. Have some respect for the youngsters. What's he kicking off about? He's got him well hard on him. Of course, I'd be furious as well, Hannibal. Look at the tackle he gives on him. That is so unnecessary for a preseason
I think
fixture.
there's a little bit of a stamp in there from Hannibal.
And he gets back up and gives him a bit back, as you should. And then Young's getting his face. What are we talking about? He just tried to slide into me for no reason in the second half in the preseason fixture. Have another pigeon shit in your mouth again. Did you see that?
Yeah, I see that one.
And then he came out and was like, "Oh no, it definitely wasn't." Well, it looked like it.
Oh no,
Clears it. Oh,
I think that's Malacia that got beat.
Yeah.
In the fullback here, in the fullback position.
yeah. United.
We're all over the place at the moment.
I can't see much system or style.
Great little tackles from Jimmy
positions.
Garner though.
Well, here's a break.
Yeah.
Zidane, Bell. He's got options. Oh, it's Chong actually. Now Zidane's on the ball. A pass was a little bit behind the player. Alanga. There's an overlap from Malacia. He's going to cut it back. Manages to get the ball into the box. Oh, Hannibal nearly got it in. Oh. Is that a corner?
He's so committed. Look. Look. Everyone's vexing him. Look.
Go at him for diving in. That ball was absolutely there to be dived in for. As a keeper, I would not mind it. You roll around, clearly, but the ball is there.
Yeah.
The ball is there to get.
Nah, see, look. I love that about Hannibal, though. I'm loving this. Look, he's riling up Kodsa and Chambers now. He's riled up Ashley Young. He's riled up Douglas.
He did do a little flick at the end. I'll give him that way. He did.
Look, he's saying sorry, but he's competitive. It's there to be one. Look, and he's not letting anybody throw him off his game. Sometimes you might have senior players getting on an ear. You might get seen players coming to their shell. Nope, I'm gonna put myself and my body about the pitch again.
Yeah. Everyone loves you give a free kick. What a disgrace.
Nah, I shouldn't have.
Everyone loves a bit of a shithouse player when they're yours.
Yes.
When they're yours.
Yes.
And a Herrera.
Yes.
That's why you like him.
Yes. So, very happy with that from him. That's good character to have and needs to be added to our team. You need strong characters.
Like, Richarlison. Can't stand him.
Yeah.
But if he played for your team, you'd love that people get, Although I guess there is a limit, though, I suppose, isn't there?
Yeah.
Here's Villa once again on the attack. Nice little reverse pass. That's a really good pass by Villa. Oh.
He should have shot. He had the opening there, but they've cut us open. I don't know.
That is an unbelievable pass.
It's a very good pass.
A reverse pass. Varane just about dealt with it, but it was a reverse pass to
What's
Bailey
happening
again.
here, though? What's going on?
Look at this.
Is this Alanga not pressing enough? Is that
Varane? It was Eric Bailly was so deep. That defensive line, Bailly is behind everyone, so he plays them all onside. Oh, my goodness.
We're just all over the place.
We really are all over the place.
Yeah, and I wonder what Ten Hag's thinking now at this stage.
Again, their drop-off. I mean, that the goals in the first half, particularly that first one, tremendous, proper Ten Hag ball. And this second half is last season all over again. Sloppy in possession, no real creative system, just confusion. Defensively, one pass just splits the entire defence open. The cracks are certainly still there.
Yeah. Interesting point, though, to make. Tellez is in the defensive midfield position, it looks like, and he's kind of playing that kind of connector role now, Tellez. And that might point towards Martinez. And when I'm thinking the position of Tellez with these games, I'm thinking about what Martinez would maybe bring as a left-footed player.
Because I think at this point as well, you can't even use the conditions as an excuse. Because Villa are playing some very good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's nothing to do with the conditions or anything like that. United's drop-off in this second half is because they've been rubbish.
Yeah. And I guess this is what we was looking for, to see them revert back to type or to see how they would perform now when they're not playing so well. It's definitely that back line though, which is the biggest issue for me.
I was waiting for. I said to you before we went live. I was waiting for you to do because people say you're Thai anyway.
Yeah,
I was waiting for you to go. Well, it has been raining.
I'm a little bit different.
Well, it's been raining.
But yeah, I would never say. Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. I would never say that. I mean, I would say that the conditions in this game has been poor and it's maybe affecting the outcome of the game.
But we dealt with it in the first half.
Exactly.
Scored 2 goals. If anything, we used the conditions to our advantage for that second goal because Villa just stopped playing because it was raining so much.
Yeah.
Second half, Villa have played great stuff, and we've been rubbish. I don't think that's got anything to do with the conditions at all. It's just got to.
Both teams are suffering. So.
I think it's just got to do with major drop-off. And I think you could argue United are quite fortunate at this point to sort of come out being 2-1 up, but there is still time to go. And you would think Villa will get indeed a chance. I don't know if United are going to get any chances. We don't seem to be like we're creating all that much. And especially with the players we now have on, that's the issue, isn't it?
Yeah, well, now we're looking to the likes of, Zidane to see what he can do in this game. We're looking to the likes of Chong because...
I mean, let's face it, we're playing Hannibal up front.
Yeah.
Which kind of speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. I mean, it just goes to show, in the presses, Ten Hag's been mentioning, or, if you read between the lines, he needs reinforcements. So, this is definitely a sign to that direction. I mean, Chong, Hannibal, and Elanga up front is a huge drop-off from that very fluid front three. So, we do need reinforcements, but it's a chance for these guys to show something. I think Chong maybe just won't make it the cut in terms of what happens throughout the season. Those kind of players are the kind of players that need to be maybe sold or moved on, to be honest with you, the likes of Taif Chong. Because especially if you want to get Anthony, I've been seeing reports that the likes of Anthony might be still on now.
They're still pursuing it, aren't they? I guess maybe it depends on the Frankie de Jong deal. That's a good touch. Really good touch by Malacia. Did really well. Wasn't the best pass out to him and managed to do a great touch. Red Bound with the super chat says, Hannibal keeps stopping himself from flying into a complete rage. Well, it's the greatest name, isn't it, Hannibal, as well? Because, eat people. Hannibal the Cannibal. Tremendous. Have you ever seen any of those films? Silence of the Lambs?
Yes, I think when I was younger.
Silence of the Lambs. There's 3. There's Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon. What's the other one? There's 3, I think. They're all very good. And then the TV series, the Hannibal TV series.
I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that for sure.
With that Danish guy, I forget his name. Something Mikkelsen or whatever. Hannibal films.
Cross coming. Good block by
Silence of the Lambs. Oh, Hannibal. That would make sense. Hannibal, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and Red Dragon. They're all good. They're all very, very good. Silence of the Lambs is the best. And Hannibal TV series.
I can't remember what we were talking about before. On the I think it was 2
Mads
streams ago.
That was it. Yeah, the first TV 2 series are great, and then it got cancelled. But then I think it got rebrought back.
I can't remember what was it that I need to go and watch. There was something I needed to watch on one of the streams. We were talking about either or and
Breaking Bad. You haven't watched that?
Breaking Bad. Yeah, that's it.
Say you haven't watched The Sopranos as well.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I need to go and watch Sopranos and Breaking Bad.
You haven't lived. You're spending your time reading books.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. What's this to? Oh, there's a poor pass out.
Red Baron says Hannibal was a legendary tactician. Yes. His way of... he's quite crazy. He's eating people. Here's a shot. Goes over the bar.
We have not... What is the... I would like to see the possession stats for this half. Look, Gerrard's getting frantic a bit.
Overall, in the game, United have had 59% possession. Villa have had 41%. I don't know in terms of the halves.
Yeah.
But I know in that first half, we were like 66 or something.
So it's dropped a bit.
So it has dropped quite significantly. Because Villa have had a lot of the ball. Look at that pitch.
Yeah, it's shocking.
It is a mess.
Patched up in 3 or 4 different areas.
Yeah.
And good touch.
Good touch by Chong. Gives it to Zidane. There's a bit of space. Got to do something with it. Elanga. Not a ton of support. Where'd you go from here? Probably backwards. Here's Zidane. That's a decent pass to Malacia.
That's a foul,
But the way they're going to score, United, is by working the ball into the box. There's not a ton of height, and Elanga gives it away.
Yeah.
There just doesn't seem to be that threat, does there? Here's Zidane. Hannibal. I'm not sure if that was meant to go to Malacia, but it does anyway. Ball whipped into the box. Nobody there. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Ghana with a rare touch. And it goes out for a throw-in.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. The Villa are happy for us to have the ball there because they're confident we're not really going to be doing that much.
Underwhelming again. I remember, the Melbourne game, the first half, very underwhelming. This one, very underwhelming as well. I mean,
yeah, well, some of those players were, you would say people like, say, your Alangas certainly have solidified themselves as the backup option. They're not really pushing, are they?
Yeah, we need reinforcements, clearly. I mean, the defensive line is going to be what it is now. You maybe get one addition at right back. So, it's really interesting for me to see how they're going to cope because I know that these are going to be the selection of centre-backs.
Yeah.
And then, I really need to see an improvement in terms of what comes off the bench in the wide areas because Chong is not going to cut it for the whole season. Even Elanga.
I think he goes out on loan.
Yeah.
Chong. Or possibly get sold. You never know. Maybe these games, if Ten Hag's made his decision about them, I wouldn't be, shocked. Still got nearly 800 people watching. Only 40 likes to go until 600. See if we can get to 600. As Villa wants to get on the ball. I do feel there's another chance in this for Villa. It's been megged as well.
Yeah,
Zidane Bell. But they put it out for a throw-in.
I think there's still a goal to be had. I think one side was still scored. I think there's one more goal in this game. I just don't know from who. Yeah, I just don't know who it's from.
Well, we're not threatening a lot, so I would probably put them as the favourites for that one.
But
but it's still 2-1. You would say if you're Ten Hag now, you say to the guys, try and see it out, see the game out. He's talking a lot to to some of these younger players.
Yeah.
Hannibal tries to spin, dispossess. There's so much space for Bailey again. You can see it. Malacia, get across to him. Here we go. He's one-on-one with Malacia. Gets the ball into the box. He looks really sharp, Bailey, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, yeah. He's a good player.
Oh, ball's bouncing around all over the place. What's going on? Cut back. They're claiming for an offside. De Gea pushes it away. Oh. United are living on the edge.
Yeah, we're just
right
clearly
now.
in panic right now. Aston Villa are going to start their new wave of attack again.
Yeah, here come Villa once again on the attack.
Oh, good tackle by Telles. Look at that. That ball's not carried. That ball's holding up,
Nice play by Chong. Puts him on his behind. That's a foul. Take your time. Settle. See the game out. I was just seeing the replay of... he was onside. United's defensive line. Did you see that? Is a mess.
It's not good. I'm telling you, that's our biggest issue is our defense right now.
That defensive line is a zigzag like that.
I mean, we know as fans the midfield is maybe number one concern, but that defense, from what we've seen this preseason, is the thing that we need to work on the most. I mean, it's
it's not about playing a high line. It's no line. There is no line of any substance there.
That's not foul.
Oh, he's give it. I think Chong's done all right since he come on.
Yeah, he's
a couple of nice touches.
But these players don't stamp anything on the game. They don't have a huge effect on the game in terms of what they bring out.
Yeah, nobody in this who's come on is really, you would say, knocking down the door.
Yeah.
And that includes maybe someone like Varane.
Yeah.
Would you say Varane's kind of slipped in the pecking order a little bit?
He's looking fringe for sure, just because of his health
injuries.
Yeah, just because of his health and condition. And I would put Eric Bailly above him. I think. Just control the ball at Wan-Bissaka. Just control it and then deal with all that. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
I can't even blame De
Gea is not happy. with it.
Yeah. He's cussing.
Like he's sort of saying, because you know what he's sort of saying. He's going, look.
I've just played it to you.
That's made me look shit.
Yes, yeah. I've just played it to you. Just control it.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to let it come around the other side? Just control it and then deal with facing the play.
Good tackle that by Ghana.
He's not going to get through.
No. United are very much pinned in their own half at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, ball ricochets. Here's Zidane Bell.
Good.
It's on. Pass. It's on. Keep running, Chong. Keep running. Hit the space. He's going to keep going. He has a shot.
He kind of dribbled into a crowded area. He could have
you
maybe
would say
brought
to
it out
just
a bit
get
more.
into the space.
Yeah.
But it's a corner.
Yeah, it's good enough.
And there's about 4 minutes to go. Still Manchester United 2, Aston Villa 1. 2 goals in the first half. One from Jadon Sancho, another unowned goal. Villa grabbed one back in the early stages of the second half. Leon Bailey. Conditions not been ideal for both sides, but Villa have definitely dominated this second half. United have a corner here, though. Just waiting for the delivery to come in. Who's going to be taking it? Oh, it's James Garner.
Takes free kicks. I didn't know that.
Get an assist, mate.
Oh, set pieces. Oh, that's heavy.
Ball whipped in. Very heavy. And it's gone right out for a goal.
Yeah, he don't take no corners.
That's the Manchester United DNA in him. Right there.
I would have trusted
He's
Telles
one
ahead
of
of
our
him.
own. He's one of our own. He can't take a corner. He's one of our own.
I would have trusted Telles in that one. But it just goes to show I think Telles is on his way out, to be honest.
Villa playing it out from the back quite nicely there.
Yep. Credit to Gerrard. I think he's changed the system. Obviously, he's got wide players now. They were playing quite central before.
Yeah, you're right.
He changed the system,
definitely
man.
with Bailey, didn't
Yeah.
they? They had no width whatsoever. They were playing a diamond.
Yeah.
Their width was coming from their fullbacks, but they've obviously changed that in the second half. They've got Bailey on one of the wings, who's just ripped United apart.
Yeah. I think he's gone up front now as well, even. But they changed it. They played with more clear, defined winger role for someone, and that's just caused our problem.
Which again would be something that Ten Hag would look at. He would go, "Man, they just brought on a winger and they destroyed us."
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be a concern.
Yeah.
Bit of space from Malanga. Here's Hannibal. It is difficult to pick out who is actually... I don't think we've got a striker.
No.
In terms of... I know that there isn't actually, a traditional
Oh, you mean in terms
one,
of formation? Like, we're playing like a 4-6?
Yeah.
0.
It doesn't look like it, does it? Who is there isn't one.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's not a central...
There's no one out there. Yeah.
There is not.
Yeah. So, and where's Hannibal now? Yeah.
I don't know.
Even Zidane's been a little bit underwhelming today.
Yeah.
This maybe alludes to the point that Rashford was making in the sense that, when the team's not playing well, it's hard for somebody to really stand out or play well individually.
Yeah.
Here's an opportunity.
Bit of a mistake. Hannibal's got the ball.
Oh, he's dribbled.
Oh, he managed just about to keep it in.
Even little things like that.
Recovered okay, but his touch was heavy.
Yeah, even little things like that. When you've got the opportunity to take on players, or we've got a lucky break. Before, against Liverpool, that turned into goals.
Yeah.
But now it's not. It's a bit heavy. It's a bit tentative, or not. And this is even with the first team players. Just for some reason, it's not clicking.
Is Wan-Bissaka fired that ball at Zidane Iqbal?
Yeah.
My goodness.
No, not looking after it. These two nearly collided.
Yeah. Bailly Tellers nearly collided. I mean, it is wacky races defending. Who's he passed that to? What was that?
Yeah.
Tellers just decided to give it to a Villa player. Oh my God!
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Last season it was maybe worse than this, but not maybe as scrappy as this. That's all I would say.
Yeah, it's just some of the defending or passing in the second half has been.
Yeah.
And obviously a win's a win, but I think this second half, the second half has been the most eye-opening part of the preseason tour so far.
Yes.
We can get confident about winning games. We can get confident about scoring good goals, and we did score a good goal earlier on in this game. That Sancho goal, the opening goal, was great. But this is just as eye-opening as anything else, because it shows you that there is still a lot of work to be done. And that Manchester United team that was there last season is still there.
Yeah.
They're still capable of doing what they did last season, and that's just completely collapsing and not doing anything. Bit of a wake-up call for Ten Hag of, okay, got the win, and look, every win and every game, you can't win positively, and you can't win playing amazing stuff. Sometimes you do have to scrap it.
But it's good for us to see that early signs.
It would be the mistakes, wouldn't it? That's what Ten Hag keeps saying.
Yeah. But it's good that we're seeing this now.
Yeah.
We're seeing this now because a lot of people have been saying we're just seeing a load of wins. You're not getting much out of that, and this is all going to be a fake results. And during the season, you won't do as well as this. So at least we've seen them make a lot of mistakes and it be very poor performance and still win. There's a positive from that. Still winning.
And there are like I said, it's still a win. There are positives to get out of it, and even the negatives themselves are positives in a way.
Yes.
Because they're learning aspects of the game.
Yeah.
I would say people like Malacia come on. I think he's played pretty well.
Yeah.
Again, you would say in the first half that front 3-4 looked again really fluid, really good. maybe a bit disappointed about Donny. Here's Chong. He's had a bit of space a couple of times.
Yeah.
Final ball. Was that Tellez just got absolutely weight-stuff it?
No, all those 50-50s we've lost.
Yeah. So
But
Bai just threw him to the floor.
Yeah, go on.
Gets booked by...
Was that?
It was all kicking off, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, you understand why he would be annoyed because he got thrown to the floor, but it's whatever. Friendly.
I think he was saying. I was saying, I flicked you. That's it. I just flicked you.
Look at him.
Yeah, that's perfect. How many 50-50s did we lose in that sequence?
I know.
Like 3
Ghana,
or 4.
Bai, Tellez, all lost them.
Yeah.
But it's a booking for Bai as we're in the 92nd minute here. I don't know how much injury time there is. Can't be a lot left. It goes past Tellez. Tellez actually successfully done a tackle or a pass in the second half. I don't know what he's done. And what position is he playing?
He's CDM, I think.
CDM, he's playing the Fred role.
Yeah. He's doing it just as maybe a makeshift.
Stopgap, yeah.
And maybe a replica of what Martinez would be doing as a left-sided player, but we haven't been able to impose our game in terms of what we do on the ball.
Yeah, possibly.
Let's hope they don't score from this.
Corner for Villa. Ball whipped in.
I don't want to jinx it.
Oh, for goodness sake. It's 2-2 and I've got to say, Marcel.
Don't say nothing, please.
I don't know what David De Gea is doing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, you're right. I thought you were going to say
2-2. First of all, it's entirely deserved for Aston Villa, you must say, in the second half. But that is shocking. That is shocking defending. It's not even a good ball into the box. And it's full time as well. Oh, what a load of shit.
Yeah. We were alluding to this before, that Aston Villa done this before. I said just before I hope this is not a goal. Look at what he's doing. He just has no confidence.
I would say the keeper has to claim it.
Yes.
The keeper, that is like 6-yard box.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Floated in the air. He can't gauge the distance. Look, he kind of
It's a mess. That is such a mess. That is
the last kick of the game. Eric Bailly's been
really poor.
Bailey's been controlling that game, but it's good. We need this is the warning signs. This is the learning curves. This is good. I'm glad that this has happened in the fashion that it has.
Yeah,
we've seen elements of De Gea's game again. Like I mentioned, he doesn't have all the elements required. Look, Bailey's been congratulated. He's played very well.
Yeah, well, that's full time. Manchester United 2, Aston Villa 2. United spurn a 2-0 lead again against Aston Villa. 2 first half goals for Manchester United. One from Jadon Sancho, the other own goal was cancelled out by Leon Bailey. And I think that was Chambers who got that header, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't see it. Who cares?
Yeah.
But really poor stuff from United in that second half for both sets of players that came on there as well. A bit of an eye-opener for Erik ten Hag, and his 100% record with all victories has come to an end on the pre-season tour. Still undefeated, still unbeaten, but a draw in Perth as United wrap up the Australian leg of the tour. Marcel, before we go, immediate thoughts?
Back to reality, and in a good fashion, because it wasn't. We didn't deserve to win that game. It wasn't the best conditions, but it just wasn't the best performance at all. So back to reality, and hopefully lots more to learn from this now. Overall quality is in terms of the squad is not there. I think we've had that issue a lot of the time. Coming off the bench, we don't have the quality, or in numbers anyway. And back to reality. The back line needs a lot of work. Yeah,
you would say definitely that. Again, my initial reaction to it is just, again, the disparity of the collapse, really.
Yeah.
And the level or standard or quality of play from the first half to the second half was really dramatic. I don't want to talk about really conditions that much. They weren't ideal. They weren't great. But Villa played very well in those conditions in the second half, and we didn't. So you can't use that as an excuse. What you can say is that Ten Hag probably will look at that and say, right, I've learned something about some of these players today, because they have that in them. They do have that collapse in them. And obviously, look, you've said your piece about David De Gea before. He did that twice in that game. There was one where the ball came in and the Villa should have scored. He didn't come out and claim it.
Yeah.
And the second goal was exactly the same. Where he came out, should have claimed it, didn't. No man's land, is flapping around, and they score a last-minute winner. I'm happy for that to happen in pre-season.
Yeah.
But if that's bleeding over into the Premier League season, that's the difference between having 1 point and having 3 points.
Yeah.
And we will need all the points we can get if
will.
we're going to really be pushing, not for obviously for titles, but hoping to qualify for, let's say, the Champions League or something like that. So that's an issue. That certainly is an issue. So be sure to smash a like on the like button as well. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We've got nearly 1,300 people watching, so let's see if we can get the likes up a bit more. Red Baron with the super chat says, Marcel jinx is real. You did say that.
Yeah.
I tried to cut you off as well.
Yeah.
Because you went, I hope they don't score. And I was like, oh, shut up.
You've been saying this before. Something
told you,
happened last stream.
When you broke the TV.
I know, bro. You're clearly saying it's me. It's not my fault.
Because you went,
I'm just calling what could potentially happen.
You went, it's all working here. And I said, why would you say that?
Say it too early, yeah.
And again, that wasn't even, we weren't on stream, we weren't live, we weren't on camera or anything like that. He said, oh, it's all working now, great fix. And I literally turned around and went, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Why would you say that? And like the corner, last minute, why would you say that?
It's not my fault.
It's
These
all
players,
on you.
they need to take accountability. They need to take accountability here. This defense is not good enough right now.
It wasn't De Gea's fault, it was you.
No, De Gea is not good enough.
You wanted to see him fail.
He's not good enough.
Oh.
It's not my fault. I'm not taking blame for this one.
It absolutely is your fault. It's always your fault, Marcel. Anyway, guys, look, we'll wrap it up there. As I mentioned, guys, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. If you do wish to join the UV Members Club, you can do so by clicking the link in the video description. You can also click the pinned comment in the live chat as well. Get your emojis, get your badges, get your exclusive members-only content. Of course, Flex and KG are out there in Perth right now and probably drenched, soaked. Be interesting to see what they have said and what they have seen in that condition as well. Poor Josh as well. I think he was probably pitch side.
Yeah.
All of that.
He needs like a camera cover, like something to cover the camera.
Yeah,
surely.
Exactly. And Blue Dabadee with super chat says, what are you talking about? De Gea did come out and tried to claim the ball, but got blocked when there were 10 other players. I mean, obviously all about opinions, but I disagree. Even as a keeper, once the ball goes into that domain of being in your 6-yard box, which is roughly where it was, I feel like you need to, even if you're getting blocked, go through them all.
Yes.
If you've committed, go through all the players.
Yeah.
I think you would look at that and say that was a goalkeeping error, in my opinion.
I agree with it. What I would say is he went round the wrong way as well. I would have gone around the other way. Yeah. I mean, once you judge that ball coming over your head.
If you think that player's going to be there, stay back. Stick on your line. He was in no man's land. He got involved with the players. You always say that as well as a keeper. When people standing in front of you, if I'm the keeper here and you're standing in front of me, I shouldn't be getting involved and shoving you and all that kind of stuff because you're not paying attention to the ball as it comes over. So I would say that would be a goalkeeping error. And again, it happened earlier on in the game. Yeah,
perfectly said.
Anyway, guys. We'll wrap it up there. As mentioned, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Fan views are coming up as well from Marcel and myself, KG and Flex. And we'll speak to you again very soon. Peace.